how to target the bans. You know how people want to play on the lane. We saw AUI in the interview talking about the Visage starting safe lane, right? All these little tricks that you come to expect from your ex-teammates. Gotta pull out the knowledge here to get you over that finish line and go into that grand final. The all chat's going to continue. What can you say? They just love each other too much here. And I mean, looking at this draft, I think this was one of the more back and forth drafts in terms of teams proposing an idea and the other team trying to counter. Like there was a lot of back and forth here in trying to deal with what the opponents were doing, and a lot of really targeted bans to try and eliminate options to then counterplay some of those ideas. I think it was a really cool draft.
I mean, it started off in a pretty explosive way, giving up the Monkey King to Tundra, specifically to Chrysalis, right? They have only lost 3 matches with Monkey King since Chrysalis joined the roster. It is his most prolific hero. It is his most played hero. It is his most successful hero. It is a bold move to, in game 1 of this best-of-3 elimination on the line, to just give out your opponent's best hero like that.
Confidence, some might say. Foolish confidence, other people might say.
Yeah.
But it does give you an advantage if you can beat it, right? Massive draft and strategic advantage if you can shut down this Monkey King in game 1 of a series. And that can be a good way to just go into game 1, know what you're going up against, plan a strategy, have that advantage. Skeeter already feeling the Visage pick. He's dead here.
I mean, they knew this was coming. They knew there was going to be some sort of 33 shenanigans, and they were not prepared.
I'm surprised Falcons split the map that much versus the Visage. You really have to respect this hero's level 1, and you cannot give him the extra gold early. Still has his death toll. This is a really scary hero to give first blood to, particularly with the Marcy Visage lane. This is an incredibly explosive lane. You can get all in basically at any level. Falcons already on the back foot. They're going to have to step it up to survive this lane. We have seen 33 just take games over with this hero.
This matchup's definitely going to be interesting. Flat cannon being thrown out at the same time. 33 is going to be spamming his nukes the entire way.
Good damage from the King.
Yeah, very early. Only 3 armor on the Visage to start things off, so tank team doing some extra work there. I'm definitely more interested in watching the other side lane, though. It's Chrysalis versus Amar, right? If you're going to give up that Monkey King, you specifically are telling your offlaner, like, all right, what do you need in order to beat this? What is the matchup that is going to make sure that you don't completely fall apart? And you're already seeing it. Chrysalis level 2, he picks up Tree Dance and easily jumps on top of Crit. A 4 position Ancient Apparition, I feel like that's going to be food for Monkey King early on.
I think Falcons wanted to switch for a couple reasons. 1, Snaking has been performing really well in the Tusk. 2, you get the better combination matchups in the side lane. You get the melee with the ranged hero top. You get the ranged with the melee bottom. The spell synergy is definitely better in this setup. But the laning can be a weakness here, particularly for Crit. Going up against Dazzle Monkey King, you just cannot step outside that lane. You're absolutely food. Falcons are going to have to execute these supports really well to get through this early game because Tundra's lane setup is just crazy strong, especially these side lanes. I mean, these are deadly side lanes. Then you have a Storm on mid that's probably going to free farm no matter what against anything.
Oh, yeah.
All these little executional things matter a lot. I mean, Crit did get the camp blocks bottom, had some good equilibrium for Amar, so the Mars is farming a little bit early, but the early kills giving you a lot of extra gold to play around with here.
All those denies between Soxa and 33. Constant battle between the two of them. What'd you make of the trade-off, right? The Monkey King going the way of Tundra, but in return, Falcons get their hands on the BZM Beastmaster that did really solid work against Liquid in their previous series.
He dumpstered that game too. The thing is, I don't know how reliably you can win lane with this hero against these top-tier teams, right? I think that was an overperformance from Falcons yesterday, a little underperformance from Liquid.
Yeah,
and it really skewed how the Beast looked in that game. And I think in most average outcomes, this hero's going to be a little slower. He's not going to give you that quality of momentum. Maybe Maulreen shows up again and just proves us all wrong, but I favor the Monkey King in that trade. I think the Monkey King is stronger for Tundra than the Beast is for Falcons, even if this Beast is incredibly scary in their hands.
And especially if the Beast isn't walking away with the same kind of lane win he had against Nisha. BZM is definitely not going to let that happen. He's already kept him on the back foot with Remnant spams.
Solid start here for Tundra. See if they can continue to ramp up some of the kill threat. I mean, that's how these lanes are designed. Like, you can just all-in heroes really easily, run them down, chase them down with the super powerful nukes. If no kills are happening, Falcons are going to be happy. Like, they're okay to trade CS here against all this early nuke power, particularly in this top lane. Like, if there's not chain killing happening up here with the Marcy Visage, that's a 1 lane in my opinion. Like, if I get out of here 0-0-0, I'm happy. If I'm not feeding 33 any extra kills, good riddance. I'll go in the jungle. I'll play the stack game. You're a Visage farming lane, whatever, right? I'm trying to get as much out of here as I can before he gets the birds up and I probably have to leave. Gyro is a nice hero against the Visage in the mid game as well, with a lot of the AoE and the flak. And of course, you have the Tusk boost. Tag team going in gives you some more extra physical, but you don't have the drinking buddies to put in on the Gyro. They were kind of debating between the two. Tough to make that call.
Tag team better for winning lane, right?
Probably.
See the way that Snaking in general, he was just full on going on the offensive with the tag team, trying to keep the pressure off of Skeeter. Skeeter in turn can just flat cannon push in the wave and they can play off of pulls. If they can get this constant back and forth of shoving in the wave and creep pulls, that's a really good way of dodging away from a very heavy kill lane, right?
Oh yeah, you pull this lane non-stop. Like, pulls against Visage are really nice. You force him into bad areas on the lane. You're getting the extra experience. If you can out-level him, it's harder for him to all-in you. Sometimes you can all-in this hero. He is susceptible to that as well. Maybe get a shard block up here, bring the AA up. Because this AA, he would not mind some extra kills this early game. Snaky, you stepped a little far forward. But
He snowballed a little early here, but instead, the Soul Assumption nuke thrown at Skeeter, a snowball away.
honestly, I like how Snaking's playing this lane. Like, he's constantly up front. He's not giving them easy dispose or rebound entries onto the gyro, which is what you want. If he goes down once this lane, who cares, right? He bought range drop. He has Fairy Fire. He can tank a lot of the nukes. Tundra not getting that snowball action we've seen out of this lineup. I think this lane can be a little slower than the Bounty Hunter Visage lane, which we've seen be a classic for them.
Yeah.
But even with the first Blood Gold, it was very scary very early on.
But we see Tundra has, like, they're still playing for their classic backup plan. They're still stacking. Soxa says, okay, if the lane's not going to be in a good position to go get kills, I'm still going to stack up the hard camp. Even if it doesn't help the Visage, it'll help my Storm Spirit level up. And maybe he, in turn, can return the favor and run over this top lane. Toss back on a Snake King again. Snowball over to the Visage. They're going to try and isolate the Visage, perhaps. Nope, Skeeter has made the call. He wants to back out. Double denies for him as they back away. And he covers Snake King's retreat.
More defensive gameplay that works out for Falcons up here. Not minding this trade at all.
This is going to hurt for Crit.
Yeah, he's kind of the one suffering down here, but honestly, he's getting through the lane. Like, we haven't seen kills from this Monkey Dazzle onto the Mars. That's the important part here. Mid lane, also going BZM's way, so this will be a triple lane win for Tundra, technically. They come out a little bit ahead. An extra gold to boot. Look for the 6-minute power rune on this Storm. That would be a huge pickup here. Already has a lot of mana plus that Ball Lightning to work with. Tough rune for Maureen to contest.
Well, whatever happens here, I don't think the power rune's going to go to a core unless they full-on dive for it. Pick up. BZM gets a haste rune. They both went to the bottom lane, and now that haste rune is going to be put to work. Chasing after Maureen, the last little bit of damage required is done. Now the supports are in trouble. They're just going to be run down underneath this tower rather easily. Crit, okay, they got to go back for him. Toss a little bit too difficult to handle. And this is a Siege Wagon push wave. They're going to protect that Siege Wagon, and they pull the creeps in a little bit quicker. Soxa rebounds, picks me up, throw the creep in. That way they don't have to tank the tower any longer, and this is going to be a good amount of damage.
Falcons tried to glyph there, maybe trying to keep the creeps out so that Catapult died. Didn't get it. Catapult does die here, though, and pulling the wave back. So, yeah, they avoid a lot of the big tower damage there.
That's because Tundra, I mean, they kind of relieve this situation. They instead are looking at threatening at least the Wisdom Shrine. Maybe they pick up the kill on Snake King here behind the tier 2. All the way back here, Snowball to delay things. At the same time, the Monkey King is going to be playing for that Wisdom Shrine. So Tundra, just a full court press here as they do manage to finish him off. Now Chrysalis, not level 6, so this challenge is going to be difficult for him. He's chained up. Still going to fight for his Jingu stacks, though, when he gets it off the Ancient Apparition. Now he heals up off of Amar, and this is bad for Falcons. They've lost Snake King, and now the rotations are coming in from Whitemon. They're going to slow him down. Amar's going to die as well. Chrysalis, double kill, and a Wisdom Shrine claimed.
Such a big win for Tundra. That's why you don't give this team the Monkey King. They play really well around it. They use all his early aggressive timings. They're going to win some kills. They're going to win double Shrine, activate the birds right on cue. And they use that 6-minute power rune to perfection. Win the mid trade, have the level advantage against the beast, snowball that into more kills around the map, into a Wisdom Shrine advantage. Falcons not able to muster enough support at any one of these pivot points. Pay a big price for it around the map. That is a lot of net worth for Crystals to play with now. It's going to be a fast defusal on this monkey. Falcons looking to make a move up here.
Oh no, Amar TP's up to the top lane to try and catch the Visage. And it could get even worse. BCM with the regen rune. A lot he can do here. They find a ward, like every little thing is going Tundra's way right now.
They're getting a lot of map control off this. The Storm is a huge threat. You don't have the early lockdown for him unless the Beast and Mars are in that fight.
Sucks. They tried to get the deny. No luck there.
This might just be a straight up tower push with 33 coming in. Didn't want to linger top with the Mars there. Make the aggressive play at the same time.
BZM over Zips, using all of his mana, but he's got that regen rune. So his over aggression, it's fine. And Tundra feel like they can't keep the push going. Not a terribly successful 60 seconds here for Amar. He TP'd top lane, didn't catch anything, goes to defend mid, nothing really happens there. Now he's walked all the way across the map back to bottom again.
And the whole time, the Monkey King's free farming because that lane is empty. Tough sequence for him. Wanted to use this arena early, but just got sidestepped a little. 33 will just head back top, holds his TP. I guess you could say you defend the towers at least, right? Like you didn't get some snowball push off the Visage early. The longer you keep these tier 1s up, the happier you're going to be around the map. Particularly this AA who's going to have to soak some experience somewhere. Right now it's bottom, but this is a dangerous lane to sit on for crit. You just don't know if this Monkey King's in the trees about to jump on you. And he's important for this game. Like this AA needs extra net worth in this game as a 4 to be able to survive in the fights against the Storm Jump and the Visage Birds and the Monkey King leap from the trees.
Yeah.
So that his ult can have presence against the healing Tundra provided here.
I mean, even just the fact that if Tundra are ahead, they're more likely starting the fights. Much harder for Ancient Apparition to get good Ice Blast. Skeeter, half HP. Sox is dropping low, though, and they've run out of damage. Skeeter is going to survive through it, and they get a double off of it. Amar finally lays his claim with the arena on 2.
And we see 33 shaking his head. I think he's a little surprised at how tanky that gyro was. Early treads plus the Falcon Blade, plus that spark of courage giving you some armor. That's a tough carry to bring down.
And of course, a raindrop always required in a matchup against a Visage.
Just didn't have the damage. Even with the drum, plus the sidekick buff. Tough all in there for Tundra if you're not bringing in the Storm, or at least Dazzle for a weave, like a little, burst here. Marzi doesn't really give you that much burst damage in the early game. It's okay. It's just an overextension. I mean, Amar has been ready to go top. Every time this game.
He has been ready to defend his gyrocopter, and this is definitely a lineup that is more all-in. Malrine popping the Primal Roar just to get away from BZM, but they cut the wave. Crit dies due to a big jump from Chrysalis, but he is way out of position now. He's going to try and get off his ultimate here, but Chain stunned up for so long. He finally gets it off, but he's low, but here comes the Dazzle and the changing of the guard. Chrysalis is perfectly fine. Little punish there from the Dazzle. Not enough for a kill. Well, not enough for a hero kill anyway. Finds a courier instead.
Whole time that's happening, you get mid-tower. Falcons getting split in terms of their focus around the map right now as Tundra attacking multiple pressure points.
And Falcons are a little cornered here. A lot of Tundra heroes are working their way to this bottom lane.
This has been one of those games that falls into the I'm just going to roam around everywhere for 33. Like, other than that one play top, he's been in all 3 lanes by now with this Visage, just trying to make something happen. And he's only found 1 kill, and that was the first blood. So he really hasn't gotten a lot directly done with all this map movement, but it is throwing Falcons perhaps off a little. Wondering where this guy's going, what he's doing. Do have Arena up here, and you can tell the gyro's running. He can catch
Chrysalis perhaps. Oh, jumps away into the trees. Amar doesn't try for it.
These are dangerous pushes when the gyro can join these early fights with so much overwhelming spell damage AoE.
Yeah, if you have no way to get out of the arena, you're locked in for so long, Gyrocopter is guaranteed to punish heavy.
And if I'm Skeeter in this game, I'm definitely going to join all these early fights. Like, that's the strength of the pick, because you have this mid-beast who's going to take some of the farm priority and help you scale. So even if you miss out on a little extra ancient farm or whatever, to defend these tier 1s, to make sure the Mars has the damage when the arenas goes out, counts for a lot when Malrine's going to have a slower game here no matter what, as he tries to push towards his Ags.
Tundra maybe were willing to make that kind of play because there was one key element missing, which was the Ice Blast. But Crit has finally cleared through the jungle. He's been neutraling his way to it and has hit 6. So, key moment for Falcons. But if they swing and miss on one of these tower defenses, this could just be a runaway game for Tundra.
You also have to keep this Storm in check. BZM has been getting a lot of power runes.
Oh yeah, this is going to be another galvanized stack. In fact, both supports are going to die. Tundra, they're not afraid to make moves on different sides of the map. Their cores are just so strong off of this laning phase. Falcons just seemingly don't have a chance.
Too susceptible to the backline jump. I mean, that's what this draft is supposed to do. Pick the Falcons backline apart, ignore the frontliners, and then you just lose so much of your damage amp in this game. The Tusk and the AA can give you the ability to burst heroes, but if they're gone, your damage falls off considerably, especially for ATF. He needs this AA plus Tusk alive to give him that oomph.
And I would say the Beastmaster too, right? Like, if they kill the Ancient Apparition, then the Dazzle in turn can have his full effect on the game, and both the Mars and the Beastmaster are going to be pretty heavily single target focused, so easy heals, easy shallow graves.
That's why this AA pick is a double-edged sword in this game. It's really powerful against what Tundra have, but at the same time, Tundra, they got some picks in to make his life miserable, and we're already seeing it. 0-5 start for Crit. He's going to have to go the Atos here. It's going to be slow. He's a little underleveled. I just don't think he can show on waves this game to get the extra XP, right? Like, how can you show on a wave in this game as AA against Monkey King, Visage, Storm, Marcy? It's impossible.
That's why he's been maxing out Vortex and just hitting neutrals this entire time.
I mean, I understand it.
But not everybody can hit neutrals. Somebody's got to deal with these waves.
The one
right
thing
now, that's Skeeter, but he may get caught by smoke.
Falcons can bait the jumps out of Tundra if they feel like there's an obvious area these smokes are coming in on, and then turn that play around with the arena plus everything. This is just going to be Skeeter going down here.
Skeeter doesn't see this one coming.
That's an amp damage Storm.
Oh, okay. He was 100% dead as is, but yet in an amp damage, that's just unfair.
I mean, at least that play happens after Wisdom Shrine's already taken. And you do get the blink up on the Mars, so the playmaking's there for Falcons, but Tundra are just taking over this map right now.
Yeah, and Soxa, I like the way he's using his ultimate. Just always looking to pressure towers with it. With the glyph going off in the bottom lane, as they say, okay, we'll just come through these neutrals real quick. I mean, Falcons, I feel like they got to make a move soon, and they are going to make a three-man smoke play right now.
Got to use the Mars blink. Yeah,
soon we're going to get into a Visage pipe, and then where's your damage? Even if you hit the Ice Blast, you might be lacking in enough damage to actually, break somebody there.
Well, I get Sox for free as he leaps in. Maybe not for free.
Uh-oh.
Have to use the arena. That's costly there. You did not want to have to use the arena there.
Yeah, Tundra might take a fight off of this with no arena.
No TPing in. They have cores around mid. The other problem for Falcons is their follow-up objective taking isn't as good in this early game as Tundra's is. Like, Tundra get a kill in this early game, they can go into Roche. They can push a tower. They can even threaten a tier 2 with the Drum Visage pretty quickly.
Right.
Falcons get a kill, buys you time to farm. It's getting you to your next items on your cores, which is kind of more their style. But it does give Tundra room off of these pickoffs like we saw there. You get a kill, and you have to back up to your side of the map. Tundra then gets space. They get an Arcane Rune off of them losing a support. All these little things are going to continue to go Tundra's way right now because they just have the faster lineup.
Win is Falcons going to feel better about the game.
Ags Beastmaster, for sure. I mean, that's when this hero comes online, then you have 3 cores to play with.
He's got it now. Is that enough by itself?
He's missing resources on the map. I think it is.
Trying to catch Amar, blinks away. BZM, oh, they're going to go the wrong direction.
This is a value dodge because that set Arcane Rune out on the Storm.
Yeah.
That's a super nice gank dodge for Amar. And he stayed out on the map. Maybe he'll get a couple more camps here, get a Watcher.
Yeah, what do you think of Amar queuing up the Desolator? Yeah, he's going to cut the next wave. That's cool.
I mean, that's a Giga Chad build right there. I think there's a lot of players who would be pressured to get maybe Yules in this game for the Storm lockdown, mini Grave deterrent, or just build more survivability with an early BKB or something, but he just wants the damage, man. And it is a good Deso game, right? You amp up a lot of the physical coming out from the Tusk, Gyro, Beastmaster getting in there. It's going to have good synergy with the lineup. Good against the birds and everything.
Falcons getting sandwiched here. 3 different sides. BZM on one, 33 on the other, and then Soxa still finding Crit on top of that one. An attempted Ice Blast from Crit doesn't do much. Falcons, their cores simply cannot fight.
They can't take fights if the backline gets jumped.
Yeah.
Unless their cores are overwhelmingly powerful, it's just never going to happen in this game. And so Tundra, if they see supports, it's a complete green light. Commit on them, jump the Storm in. He's going to have Grave to bail him out. The second the AA is dead, the Dazzle's fight becomes way more free. You just swarm these heroes. The rest of the cores are just going to stand around and think about how do we position better around the map. I think Falcons need to look for this Storm on one of these power runes. I think BZM is getting way too much right here. It's the best place to hunt for him. They just can't get set up in time. They will take it away from him at least. Shield rune for Amar.
Yeah.
They're grouping around mid. It's going to be another smoke. Don't have Blink on the Beastmaster, however, so initiation has to come from ATF.
Let's see what kind of arena he can get here. BZM's going to show, and he's going to get the spear back into the roar. Doesn't even throw up the arena. That was very smooth. Now he is Ice Blasted. Shalgrave's going to take out. He tries to keep the ball going, but he does not have enough mana to zip forever.
No, that takes a lot of mana. The duration is not your friend there.
No.
Can Falcons translate this into something?
Yeah, you said
it's
their
tough.
objective transition here is not the greatest, but maybe they could bait Tundra in here. A spear that lands on 33. Beautiful stuff with the cold feet. It's going to be a chain stun and lots of damage raining in for the Gyrocopter. Chrysalis, he gets in here with the Wukong's command, but it's easy. Falcons just walk away, except for Amar, of course, who's stuck in with the shards from Crit. Or Snake King, rather.
Birds are given some extra vision here, but you already used the Wukong. You don't have the Storm. Falcons forced to retreat.
It does keep them off the Roshan, but I almost feel like Falcons are okay with that. It would have been a very slow Rosh as is.
Yeah, they have the tag team plus the Beast Dags. This speeds it up, but it's not fast enough to do this early in the game against a lineup that doesn't really have a lot of long cooldowns. Like, your only big cooldown on this Tundra lineup is the Wukong. So you can play around that a little bit if you're Falcons, but honestly, I think Tundra will fight without it anyway. This monkey is strong enough to go in.
Whitemon picks up a gem before 20 minutes.
That is a very early gem.
Yeah, they are not that far ahead. Only up 3 or 4K here, but if he can keep that gem in their ground, it would be massive win for them. Maureen does get picked off by BZM and Chrysalis, finding the opening here. But Roshan is going to transition to the other side, but what they can do is go back for Tormentor here.
So it'll be a nice Tormentor pickup. I mean, give it to Whitemon and boost his net worth back up. It is a peculiar gem purchase, so there's nothing really that it's good against in terms of what Falcons lineup is doing. Yeah, there's no like TA in this game, no wolves or something, no early glimmer capes. He just wants the
ward control.
Yeah, he wants the vision control, and I think the big idea is if you take away Falcons' vision, they can't get jumps around the map. Your chances of starting a fight by going on one of their cores or the backline with the Storm goes up tremendously.
Right.
And if this map becomes scary to play, the supports can't show on the waves. The cores become slightly more scared too. You're going to deprive Falcons of a decent amount of farm here.
We may be seeing a bit of that impact already. Falcons all here on this side of the map, all 5 of them.
They have the one obs mid, that's a fresh one. That's all they see right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they really want to make a move for this mid tower. This mid tower has been up far too healthy for far too long. But it has to be a fight that everybody's willing to join with some sort of item timing, and just not strong enough right now. By the way, ATF did skip that.
Oh, what a jump from Soxa. Hello.
Okay.
Bounces on 2. He's just one man fighting 2 supports. It doesn't work for him.
That was bold.
It was, but Chrysalis is still going to collect at least 1 off this. The Ancient Apparition being out of here. Plus, they had to use Ice Blast.
I actually agree with that call from Soxa, even if he dies there for free. I think if you're Tundra, you should never let these supports show on a wave.
Sure.
In this game. Like, the second the AAR Tusk is hitting a creep, somebody should be jumping them and sending them back to the fountain. And that's probably what he was saying to the team. He's like, guys, this is an illegal show. I can't be the only one down here. They will re-smoke straight into mid, and they're going to find the other support.
It's these supports.
I'm telling you,
getting caught all over the map, man.
There is no way you can farm a wave in this game.
And more galvanized stacks for BZM.
More illegal gameplay from Snaking here. Gets punished.
Nice play from Maureen. Used the boar to check power runes, denies an amp damage.
That's big. They have not been able to take a lot of these runes away from the Storm. The more they can do that, the better it's going to go for them as they try and get the Crimson Guard on the Mars. ATF going back for a more defensive aura-oriented item build. Try and help the other 2 cores stay in the fight.
This is cool. BZM's going to go for an Eternal Shroud this game.
I'm a little dubious of this.
It is a lot of magic.
I remember the other game he did this, though. he got it, and then he proceeded to die like 3 times in a row, and they lost that game horribly. He is going to commit, though. So,
do you remember what heroes he's matched up against? Because
he was against a decent amount of stuns. That's why I doubted it.
Okay.
Because the problem with this item is you can just get chain stunned down. And the burst survivability is not great.
Ooh, snaking. I mean, it's such a insane play to go back to the same spot. But maybe he's luring Tundra
look at the flank right now.
into a bit of a flank as they're coming up the side here. Now, they do catch the Dazzle right away. That is perfect for Falcons. They're going to lose the Tusk, but I think they're okay with that trade-off. What about the follow-up, though? Can they actually win the 4-on-4 being down 8,000 net worth?
This is where you wish you had that Beastmaster blink for second source of initiation to continue the chase. Or the BKBs. They're very close to some BKBs here. Kind of awkward time to fight for Falcons despite getting the Dazzle, which you would take that trade every time.
Maybe they could get this mid-tower. Tundra have all moved to the bottom side of the map.
You'll get Glyph out of them.
Okay.
TPs.
Yeah.
So a little outmaneuvering here. And you're going to force Tundra to be split around your vision. You have very good vision control between this mid-tier 1 and Roshan. So if you put Tundra around that area, very high chance you get a jump. Downside is if you leave these wards, well, did he? No, he did not lose gem. The gem got passed to the storm. So unfortunately for Falcons, you are going to lose some of these wards, and you lose both.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Yeah.
If you'd gotten gem off that Dazzle kill, ooh, that would have been juicy.
Careful there. Anybody who shows in this mid lane almost immediately gets jumped. It's a good thing they've got these blink daggers and the quick reactions and foresight for them.
He didn't even get to the wave to show.
He did it. You're right.
He got killed before he could even show on that bottom wave.
Spotted on a secret shop ward.
I mean, Falcons will still fight this if they get a really good jump. That's their last obs on the map.
That's that they're blind.
Oh, man. Triple D ward off this gem. That's rough. That is really rough stuff. Well, now you have to try and think about when this Roche is being forced or not. You maybe want to linger around the area so you don't give it up off of smoke into it. The lead continuing to grow here for Tundra. Some surgical gameplay. Just making a couple of good small moves every now and then, continuing to punish these supports on the waves, abusing the vision. It's adding up here.
And while the Crimson Guard is done for the Mars, in turn, Chrysalis almost has the Scotty, which I feel like if they just get that, they could probably force the Roshan. Even if you have the Crimson Guard to block some of the damage, Scotty is still a big problem for Falcons.
Feels like Tundra are getting into their item timings a bit faster than Falcons here.
Just a bit.
A blast off the scan. Oh, that hurts for Falcons. Don't have blast for this. It's just a little too early. That's Roche just gone. I don't think you can test this without the AAL.
Certainly not.
You still don't have the gyro BKB as well.
All right, so it ages for BZM. Well,
oh yeah.
If you were afraid of him getting punished for the Eternal Shroud pickup, certainly not going to be the case anymore.
This is where it feels great. You got 2 lives for them to get through this item, and there's a lot of magic damage on the side of Falcons. And he just gets a regen rune on top of it. Why not? Even got the mana draw.
He's going to have mana for days. So but he's got a decent amount of galvanized stacks. He's getting the extra mana off the Eternal Shroud, a regen rune, and Aegis. Man could be zipping back and forth between both bases at this place.
He's really scary around the map right now. You might have to just dodge this Aegis period entirely for Falcons. Take a core pick off on the side of the map if you find him. I mean, 33 showing here. This is really tempting. I'm surprised they're not jumping this.
He does have the shard on the Visage, so I could see why they didn't jump that purely because of that. The stall between Vanguard, Pipe, and then him also being able to go invulnerable.
Still, he's right near your tier 2 as the BKB's flying in for the gyro. If you hug these wards or tier 2s, you kind of have to take the opportunities if they're there.
Yeah.
Now, you got to remember, you have this blood sport up. You have the ability to spear people back into a lack of vision, prevent some of these saves going out.
Sure.
Have to play to your lineup strengths here.
The one thing Dazzle can do in that situation is throw his spirit inside of the arena.
For sure.
Oh, Radabatos. And I think they've got the chain stuns. Any other? Okay, he actually zips back into snaking somehow, but now he's been shallow grave. Now it's going to be bad for Falcons. Zip forward from BZM, back on the aggression, gets grab on a Skeeter, and now the all-in. Wait, Chrysalis, he's stuck up on the walls! The arena blocks him out. He couldn't get the Wukong Cement he was looking for here. He finally jumps down, but he's been grabbed. Pick me up, trying to get him out of the way, but it went all so wrong.
He got decimated by that arena. I think everybody was confused there for 3 seconds. Like, where's this Monkey King? He's stuck on the wall.
Oh my God, it was so bad for Falcons initially, failing to get the kill on the Storm Spirit. But then an arena that just catches the Monkey King midway through his leap.
The thanks come out, I mean, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. You could argue like he gets arena'd and his tree gets cut there anyway, but that was just insult to injury.
It was.
That just feels bad for Tundra here. I mean, that was their big item timing. That's a Scotty BKB Monkey King who gets nothing done. He was 9-0 in this game.
Massive net worth swing. They were up 9K, and all of a sudden it's an even game. They still have the Aegis on the side of Tundra. So 2 minutes to make that work. And level 20 almost here for the Storm Spirit. BZM is still massive, even if Chrysalis has been slowed down slightly.
I will say the downside of the Shroud build that we saw there, the single target damage going into the gyro was not overly impressive.
Yeah, compared to the Parasma build.
Yeah, exactly. Like getting Parasma or, I don't know, BKB so you can sit there and hit him instead of having to dodge out of these A stuns and random garbage. Like, it does hurt your ability to just all-in a hero, even if your defensive capability is higher. And this Visage is not the best scaling offlaner for 33. It's more of a snowball-oriented offlaner that brings auras to the game and helps you take an advantage, compound it, end the game. But if this game gets evened out, which it just did, his spell impact is not as high as something like the Mars or the Beastmaster or the Lycan. Darkseer, both of them got banned out in that last phase. This is kind of the weaker hero scale-wise. He has to make up for it with the extra gold. Getting into things like the Hex, the Conda. He's the last net worth core in this game. Not the position he wants to be in on this hero. Falcons got a lot out of that team fight.
And don't forget they got the gems, so they can actually get some vision down where they were being suffocated on the map before.
Their heroes are tanky, man. Like there's a lot that's going to get soaked up by Bulwark plus Crimson on 2 BKB frontliners and the Gyro and the Beast, who have a lot of HP to work with. A snowball save behind him. Got to land some good Wukongs in this game if you're Tundra now.
This might go bad for Tundra. They're going to chase through the gate. Snaking, I think he saw the gate going, so he's blinking away.
Yeah, he's out of that one.
Is Falcons going to set up a fight here? I mean, I guess Aegis is almost gone.
Aegis in 20 seconds here.
Yeah, no way you take it.
Absolutely dodge. It's not worth fighting into Aegis for this Tormentor.
Yeah, they just give up the Tormentor. Another shard. Going to go the way of Tundra.
Probably go to the Dazzle here.
It does indeed, so.
Not a bad one, but.
Yeah, I mean, they have no silences, so in theory, he can always get off his ult.
Orchid Beastmaster.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Again, this is the downside of the Shroud, right? Now this Orchid is still really good against the Storm.
That's true.
You don't have a Dispel in this build-up. It's good against the Dazzle here. I kind of like the Orchid. It's going to scale well, give him some extra single target burst, create more of a threat in the fight. Still Tundra's lead. They can get a team fight going, especially with this Monkey King. Can definitely rebuild that net worth advantage, but all eyes on Crystals here. Like, you need a big Wukong to bring this Gyrocopter down. And this can be a good matchup for the Monkey if you can get in there.
His Remnant, Crit doesn't see him, but the Remnant, yeah, now he breaks the smoke. He's out. Nice heads up awareness that Falcons might sweep up to this top lane where 33 is chipping away at the top tower.
I will say it feels like Falcons want to fight a little more than Tundra do. Fresh BKB on that Mars.
And he might get the initiation. Spear back. Straight into Maureen with the Orchid. Pipe goes out. He has a chance with a Shot Grave. He's definitely going to be able to turn to statue form if he's in danger. Now it's Snake King who's in trouble. BZM's going to zip after him. Roar goes out onto the Visage. Still going after this Visage. Visage. They arena him, they spear him, and they locked out the dazzle. So no Shallow Grave and couldn't turn to stone form. And also getting away from this Wukong's man. Long jump away with the rebound. Saksa being pursued by Amar. Got the pin onto the dazzle. BKB goes off from Amar. Chrysalis is trying to fight without his Wukong's man, and his damage is just not good enough. Shallow Grave goes out. He attempts to TP away, but the Shallow Grave, it lasts just long enough.
That BKB TP duration is so close to getting canceled there by that snowball. No punch available, no roar available. That is a miraculous TP out that somehow salvages otherwise a waste of a fight for Tundra. You get the snaking buyback, but whatever, right? His job is done. He tanked a bunch of spells. He tanked that initiation. Amar's just way too tanky on this front line. If there's no damage going into him, you have to try and focus the gyro, and you don't have Wukong to take it here. This is the big spell Falcons are playing around. You traded Wukong for Arena when the Visage went down. They immediately kited it out. Yeah, Falcons have been on point playing around this spell. I don't think we've really seen an impactful ult for this Monkey King, and we might not until he pushes towards that 25 and gets more the extra ring to play with.
Yeah, we see the gameplay and it reflected in item choices, the Crimson Guard, but also the Hurricane Pike on the Gyrocopter, right? He wants the extra bit of mobility. We got the Blink Daggers on a bunch of these heroes. They're just trying to get out of the Wukong's command if it's used, reset, and then go for the chase down.
Back to their old ways, snaking Shoto on wave, so he must be punished. That'll be a dieback for him. A lot of time off the map. Unfortunately, no Roche to kill. Could instant spawn.
Yeah, small chance of that one. BKB next for BZM. So he's still going to get a BKB.
This is where I always go with the Shroud question. This item never feels like it does enough for the Storm. And then you end up being pressured to go for BKB to deal with some of the minor stun threats anyway. Can't help but feel like you would have been better off with something else that was more damage or more aggressive.
Yeah, I agree.
Or even like Lincoln's this game, right? Pretty good Lincoln's game. See what he ends up with in the 6 slots.
Is this going to be the same situation, Falcons? You really want to take the fight without snaking, though.
It's a lot. This Tusk is pretty valuable. Even if he just tanks a lot of the Storm Jump, that's valuable in itself. The Snowball's super good this game. The Punch is good. Tundra's game plan still hasn't changed. Like, find these supports, kill them off quickly. Your supports can then win you the long fight.
Does mean they're going to give up both Wisdom Shrine and Tier 2.
And you have to start thinking about Roche. This Tier 2 is not too relevant, but the control around the outpost it gives you, well, also not relevant because it's going to be Roche spawn top.
Yep.
So Falcons really don't care about that Tier 2 right now if they can get vision around the pit and set up for this fight, which currently they're the ones with vision around the pit. Double obs planted. Tough ones to deward here unless you commit into that river.
Falcons have also hit another timing. Daedalus on the Gyrocopter with level 21. He's got that 20 talent, 3 flat cannon attacks. It's a lot. Nullifier as well on Amar. These are all really big timings. Quick kill on a courier. They're actually going to smoke sweep down instead of trying to set up and wait for this Roshan.
It's a big courier kill. That was going to be Daedalus for the Monkey.
Oh, it's a regen rune for the Storm. He's going to get it, and he zips away before he's caught.
Dangerous rune there.
It is.
Powerful rune. BKB done for the Storm. Put that regen in there. Tundra in a position where they don't have vision on this objective, though. They're going to have to smoke blind into Falcons here. Makes it really hard to find the back line.
And if you're Falcons, how do you set up here? Because you got 2 different wards to play around. 3 different wards, I guess, in a way. They're all in a line.
The jump to go on the Mars or the Mars to jump first. Beastmaster is your second option here.
They are pretty split up right now. The gyro, okay, smoke breaks on the low ground and Chrysalis backs away. So Falcons are not going to have a team fight forced upon them while they're 4 versus 5.
He can't go in blind. It's almost impossible against the Mars.
And all the tree cuts, yeah.
Yeah, it's way too deadly. Like, you would have to pre-BKB on this Monkey and just jump in. And even then, you're probably getting roared instantly. Like, I don't think Falcons are afraid to commit ults on the Monkey, particularly when you have the AA. That's the problem. They can roar you, you get graved, you get AA ulted. Favorable trade for Falcons if nobody is checking crit on the backside.
He probably doesn't feel great about it, but I think you have to initiate with Boundless Strike. As in, like, in order to get position. I don't think you could do any sort of tree dancing shenanigans here. I think you actually just need to do the guarantee of Boundless Strike straight into the middle of them.
Or let Falcons go on your Visage. which is generally how we see 33 like to start these fights, right? Like, he is a hero that majority of the value is going to be him tanking spells on the front line.
Yeah, but they've also seemed to have been able to disengage every single time he's tried to do that.
There goes his birds.
Yeah, they're gone.
I agree. They haven't been able to line up the Wukong Storm pull turnaround behind the Visage, but I still think it's the best formation they can have in these late game fights if they can find a way to bait Falcons in.
Power Rune spawns. Ooh, BZM toying with Amar. It took some cojones to make that jump right in front of everybody. And damage bottom lane though.
What a rune.
And immediately Skeeter picks it up, and if they get the jump on a BZM here, it's perfect. Ice Blast coming in. The Shallow Grave will not save him. 1,000 damage crit from Skeeter off of a casual right click, and straight to the Roshan they go.
Part of that sequence, though, you have to ask, what are Tundra doing beating this casual around the mid lane?
Yeah.
You just jump for the rune. You almost died going for the rune. You know Falcons are there. You know they're likely going to check bottom after the sequence happens. And you're just casually strolling around mid. No Lincoln Sphere on this Storm. Maybe you're banking on some quick reaction time. Didn't have it. You gave up that fight without ever taking it. And now, 2 lives on this gyro. High ground siege potential online for Falcons.
Top tower is under attack.
This is where they thrive, these late game tricores with the triple BKB, the outscale, putting a lot of pressure on you to continue to find farm, even in these games where it's a 1K gold difference. It doesn't feel like it because you're looking at this man here, 33 on the Visage. What is his team fight contribution going to be?
Yeah.
Pop Crimson, pop Pipe, watch your other cores die.
Compare that to, surprisingly, the Mars with his nullifier and all the impact he's having against the Monkey King.
Now we got a free pickoff.
Yeah, Saksa and Chrysalis are in charge of pushing out the side lanes right now. Saksa being the one to be a bit more aggressive will get caught.
I mean, it's crazy to me that Tundra still have the top 2 net worth cores in this game. Because it hasn't felt like they found a lot in a long time. You know, this Monkey King started this game 9-0. He had that 1 death, and since then, he's still 9-1.
Yeah. I don't know. Chrysalis is now looking at a nullifier. I don't know if nullifiers change that much. I feel like Falcons, when the fight starts and the Wukong's command goes out, I think they just BKB and reset.
You need more lockdown in this lineup. That's what it feels like. Like, you need a Hex or a Abyssal.
And that's what 33 is currently trying to do, but his sight device is way out there.
He's just too poor.
Yeah.
Like, this hero's supposed to get extra gold off of the facet and getting these fights going. It just didn't happen, so he's not the fastest jungler here.
Who leaves a Sage's mask on the ground? What in the world? A raindrop I get, but like a Sage's mask, really?
I wonder whose it is. Can't see.
Yeah. It's on the Radiant Lotus pool, if you're curious what we're talking
Maybe
about.
it's the new ATF drop, you know? Instead of the Mantle of Intelligence, the mask takes off the mask. It was me the whole time.
Mask off. Well, Falcons have been a little mask off this tournament. They've been reducing their all-chat game a bit. That's what happens when you lose a lot. Now that they're back on their winning ways,
all chat's back.
The keyboard is loud.
Though most of it's been friendly.
It has been friendly banter, yeah.
Surprising. You know?
I think
Didn't
perhaps
think they had it in them.
some of the members of Falcons have learned from the mistakes of past. I think Amar specifically has talked about, yeah, the all chatting's fun in games and stuff, and I don't mean anything, any harm by it, but I probably shouldn't do it to kicking somebody when they're down.
Maybe the iron fist of the disciplinarian that is AUI finally got to them.
Curtis is like, if you guys keep this up, I will retire. Like, I don't want to deal with this.
That might have
BS.
been a real thing that was said. We can't rule that out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, back to the game. 21-17, 41 minutes in. Falcons were very far behind for the first 20 and 25 minutes of this game. It was actually a 70-30 game at some point in time. Now much more even. Falcons maybe even favored with the recent Aegis pickup. 2.5 minutes left on that one. And a high ground push coming in with the Satanic as well. Potentially 3 lives on this Skeeter gyrocopter.
Perfect time to finish this item, right when you want to hit the high ground.
How does Tundra start this? Soxa is going to try and pull the gyro out of position a little bit. BCM follows that with a bit more. Look at Falcons, they don't even jump.
Oh, they don't care. They're not going to react to this unless you can get a stun jump on one of these cores.
If they somehow
Skeeter has a lot to play with.
kill Skeeter, like they'll be able to set up the Wukong's command around him on the revive. That's a little dangerous.
You can always BKB out of the spawn though.
There goes again. Spear does land onto the Storm Spirit though. And the Ice Blast, here comes the roar. BZM in trouble, and the Shallow Grave will not be enough to bail him out here. He stays alive for a little bit longer, does what damage he can, but he'll tick out as soon as the Shallow Grave is gone. And now the arena, now a second roar, and it's Crystal is gone as well. Falcons picking apart the cores of Tundra, and the poorest of them all, 33. He does his best to draw the attention as the buybacks come through. BZM gets a grab on a snaking. FHP onto Skeeter, but they don't want him. They want Malrine. Malrine does get chunked down. Crystal is with his BKB. He's going to work in the back lines. He's trying to kill Kratos as well. Snaking knocks him out of the air with a punch. It's not quite enough. Now a follow-up with Kofi though, and he's going to die back. Dead for 2 minutes. Skeeter. He is still alive with his Aegis, but they're outnumbered now. It's a 4 versus 4. Falcons need to be able to hold on long enough for the reinforcements to get back into play. 33, Shallowgrave, Outworld Staff. Does he have a statue for him? Doesn't look like it. He's going to die as well here. He does have buyback though, as does Soxa. It's still 4 versus 5 now of Falcons with the buyback from Malrine.
And Skeeter, he stands strong. Aegis intact. Another Satanic coming up here. No Monkey King to bring him down. Tundra in massive trouble. All on this Storm to try and make something happen. What does Falcons do here?
They go for Throne, but Tier 2 is still up in the bottom lane. If they want to take advantage of this dieback from Chrysalis, they got to go for Tier 4s.
There's only one buyback available for Tundra right now. It's that Dazzle. You got to push this. You still have Aegis. You're going to get the regen here. Level 25 online for Skeeter. These flaks are doing massive work.
See if they can stop a bit of that regen. They're trying to back away as the Aegis is expiring. Soxa, he went for the Ancient Apparition knowing how important it is to take this Ancient Apparition out of the equation. And because they didn't get that kill, the Dazzle, he is a bit neutered for this situation. Amar now feeling like he's got enough of an advantage. They show next to Skeeter, and they put the pressure on, hitting the Tier 4s. 35 seconds left for Chrysalis, and maybe even longer for 33. He's going to die inside the arena, as is the Dazzle. A buyback from him, just him and BZM. The Throne exposed. There's just nothing left. Tundra, they took the game early, but a couple of mistakes, and Falcons ripped the game right out of Tundra's hands.
That abuses their constant melee tricore in Undying, and you could argue the Doom and Quap are also pretty good at that. Like, these are heroes that are really good at dealing with these fat frontliners that want to be able to sit there and, oh, you can't do anything to me, I'm a Mars, you're irrelevant, you're dealing no damage. Okay, I'm decaying you. I'm putting the poison strikes on you. I'm hitting you with Infernal Blade and dooming you. These are not spells you can easily ignore just sitting on that front line and trying to take the long fight.
Are you sure? BSJ sounded like the Falcons could just ignore it all they wanted. Moonlight Shadow, walk away. That's what he said. And he said scale up. He said that they would outscale Tundra. It seems like you have an opposing opinion here.
I disagree. I think Falcons gets outscaled in this game.
30 seconds to
Pretty significantly. I think the Queen of Pain is an absolute menace in this late game. Maybe the Tiny's an X factor here with some Moonlight Shadow. Like, you have Bat Rider Lasso. I do think Falcons have a strong advantage when it comes to initiating fights and dislocating fights. I think Brian is absolutely correct on that point. So if they can kite engagements out, force engagements under their vision, start with strong initiations out of the Bat Rider with Moonlight Shadow to back up the movement, that aspect of their lineup is really strong. And you do have some free mobility here on this Ember, at least a little bit in that mid game. Though be wary of the Frostbite out from the Crystal Maiden. Never know when it'll sting.
I'm surprised you're backing Tundra as much as you are, considering the fact they have one of your most hated heroes.
It pains me to do. I do not like backing Crystal Maiden teams. That's how you know I see some promise here in this line. If you can win while having Crystal Maiden on your team, that's extra training right there.
Really good body blocking from Amar. Managed to get this one creep super isolated, so it is going to be creep equilibrium to Falcons' favor in the offlane. Our mid matchup, the Quap and Ember Spirit is going to be going at it. And then I guess that leaves Skeeter's Tiny plus the Snake King Mirana. You always claim that staking is one of the best Maranas in the world, if not the best. But we haven't really seen much of this hero, period.
He's the only one who busted out. This hero has not been in the meta at all. You knew it was going to make an appearance at least once, so the hero's just too fun to play. He'll leap, get the D ward. Nice little play from snaking bottom, freeze up the camp.
Malrine has to use his Fairy Fire already. BZM.
He's getting abused.
He's putting the pressure on.
And again,
and he blinks on him. He goes for it, hits him with the dagger. He's done for. BZM will collect first blood against Falcons.
Another strong start here for Tundra. They will claim first blood second game in a row. They're eyeing up another triple lane win. This could be a game Falcons need to get some stacks going, particularly for this offlane Batrider Bristle.
Oh, Whitemon. Pretty far out here. Will not die for it, though.
Costly TP, mana usage-wise and everything for this hero.
Yeah, I mean, if he dies the next, 30, 40 seconds, they might get really punished.
This is a hero generally you want to have full resources so you can continue to spam and get heroes low and then go for the all-in play at the level 2. Otherwise, you're playing for attrition over the long run. If I'm Tundra, I want to win this laning phase. I want to get deep wards, scout out these stacks that you know are coming for Falcons, and contest those. Because I think you have heroes that can do it. You have heroes that can translate this laning phase into more aggressive gameplay, particularly 33 on the Undying, a hero that can play really fast. You can get in these jungle areas with Tombstone pretty early. It's not unheard of.
Oh, nice avalanche. Extra bit of damage. Still going to be tough taking the fight into an off-lane Undying, always.
Just such a good last pick. I mean, Undying against triple melee core. Really tough to team fight this guy.
Yeah, they do have some decently mobile heroes. Between Ember, Mirana. I feel like Mirana is probably one of the better heroes to hit Tombstone as well.
Good at killing Tombstone, good at kiting it out. You also have the Batrider who's good at kiting out this Undying and letting you just start on him and all in him. So I agree the tools are there. I just think the execution it's tough, man. Like, you're playing against one of the best teams in the world. They're going to be aware of these things. They're going to look for the counterplay. If you drop that Tombstone first, all of a sudden you get a big vision advantage. You get the zone control. And there's always that ceaseless dirge. Like, that's a big issue with this hero. You can all in him with the Batrider lasso. Okay, he just comes back.
Gigantic wave pushing into Tundra right now. What is this?
Having trouble pushing it back with the only single point decay here.
Yeah. But he's not really going to get punished for it. Outside of maybe Skeeter getting a pull somewhere, but both camps are still blocked, so that's not even available. How's the mid lane matchup going? 16-4, 13-0. So despite the early death, it looks like Malrine's still doing okay in CS.
He's hanging on. It's getting a little tough here now. Level 5, yeah, instant blink, and that's a level 3 dagger if you can land it.
Yeah, he's already used the slight, so no disjoint here.
This is rough. I mean, you're kind of just stuck in the river.
At least he managed to pick up the water rune, and that might be really important. It might be the only way he lives here, especially if Zoxic gets him in the block, and they go for the teleport away, but the snowball, it stops him. He's stuck, and best they could hope for is Crit gets the deny. He got it. Crit takes the kill away from Tundra.
I'm surprised he got that. This is a Batrider with 45 base damage.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the worst support for trying to get that deny. He lines it up perfectly. Downside is you still have to walk out of base as this Ember, level 4. Pretty brutal for Malrine. He's going to have to try and just give mid to the bat and hope you get the XP somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not a good outcome for him, even with the deny.
Certainly not.
This laning phase is getting scary for Falcons. This is where it's going to start to amp up these 3 through 5 levels. Where these strong spells are going to start to punish you. It's just a Tombstone drop. Force heroes off the tower. Skeeter doesn't have the mana unless you want to pop the full wand here.
He's got another leap. He'll get out of the snowball range. Will be okay, but the fact that they're pushed off of this creep wave into tower.
You're just losing so much CS here. Look at that CS chart. It is adding up. Better make sure you get your Wisdom Shrine in this game. You are going to need the experience to get the levels to come back.
Chrysalis trying to help out Whitemon here. Whitemon is going to be bursted down. Too many Quill Spray stacks, and now the goo is stacking up on Chrysalis. Chrysalis does turn around with a lot of damage, taking a few steps out of 33's book with the Doom. He takes the early chain lightning when he found a harpy and will help him get the kill on Amar. The turnaround from Soxa is there.
Almost got another quill stack off, but that chain lightning absolutely did some work up here.
It does mean the supports will be out of position to help, or at least one of them will be out of position to help BZM for the power room, but Whitemon's now going to be joining in. Sonic Wave, he's done. Oh, this is just brutal, man.
Are scanning.
He has been taken out of this game. This is an Ember who, in theory, might have been able to abuse some of these supports.
Oh, Crit, what do you do here? He doesn't want to give the Arcane Rune to the Quap, but if he goes and kills it, it means he's killed. He gives up his life to try and slow down BZM, but all it does is speed up Tundra.
This is turning into a feeding frenzy right now. This Queen of Pain is out of control. And how do you help Maureen? That's the big question. You can't send heroes mid and turn these plays around against the Queen of Pain because you don't have the early lockdown against him to get that all-in kill. It's just going to be jungling for the Ember. Try and make plays elsewhere.
Well, I know you hate Crystal Maiden because she's so slow. You put some goo on her, and my goodness. 100 movement speed still, though. Thanks to both Soxa and Chrysalis, Whitemon will survive. It looks like they were trying to get aggressive, perhaps for the 7-minute Wisdom Shrine, but adequately defended by Falcons.
I'll also say part of the reason I favor Tundra here draft-wise is I think there's a lot of overlap between the Ember, the Bristle, and the Bat in terms of dispels. Kill them in the fights. You get Lotus Orbs up in this game, you get Purge Creep for the Doom, you're just removing so many stacks in that fight, removing so much of their damage over time they're going to try and build up.
Oh my, Valreed's not level 6 yet! He needs a creep to die! One creep to die and he can get 6, but Tundra have timed it perfectly! Immaculate ganking from the squad as Maureen, he's basically a support out here. Him and the Crystal Maiden are neck and net worth almost.
He's a creep. I talked about Creep Wave. He's been reduced to it here. Creep Wave might be stronger than him at this point. That's a level 8 Queen of Pain to a level 5.
Ah, Snake King sandwiched. Frostbite into the snowball. The leaps will not save him here.
This is just getting out of control. Like, you have to stabilize this game.
Oh, maybe BZM. I mean, he blinks close to Maureen. The TP coming in from Chrysalis. What a rotation from Chrysalis. How about BZM? The Sonic Wave. Maureen jumps away, but Crit doesn't have that same kind of luxury.
Dude, they brought 3 cores mid to watch their Bat Rider die.
And he's still got the power rune, too. It's an illusion rune. Not amazing, but it's something.
Just like throwing supports in this early game, like food.
And he's got a bounty rune refill as well. And Frostbite won't stop that. He will manage to get through the gate.
This is a ship with too many leaks right now. Everybody's trying to get in a lifeboat. There's not room.
Women and children first.
I mean, Maureen first. This has got to be the guy who comes back in this game. I understand Falcons bringing everybody mid because if the Ember can't recover, you don't really have another early game playmaker. The Bristle and Tiny have to just farm jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's beginning to equate to something looks like cyberbullying. Snake King just shows up and instantly dies. Now Amar's probably going to get the turnaround kill with the Seeing Red Fast, and he does big damage. Chrysalis blocks him in though, and now they doom him. Now he gets to the other side. The Bristleback has nowhere to run to with a snowball chasing him down. No way out.
Just baited in Wand Lotus on Whitemon. He survives it. Get that extra Glacial Guard for some extra HP there as well. Just enough to survive. You turn it around. 5K gold lead at 9.5 minutes. Falcons struggling to find anything here.
We've had this conversation a number of times. Amar and his Bristleback, Falcons have gone to it a number of times when P-Vision were most successful. They were rocking the Viscous Nasal Goo facet for DM, and he showed just how strong that was. But despite all that, Amar would always go the Seeing Red, and he continues to do so today. What are we hoping? What does he see in the Seeing Red facet that other people don't?
Radiant's bottom tower is
Scale.
under attack.
This guy's just a carry player at heart. He's going to have to put this game on his back.
That's true. He's not going to have a core out of the mid lane, at least not for the foreseeable future.
He is getting some stacks done right now. These stacks go uncontested. It is a way back in the game for Falcons. Big Ancient stack being cleared. Another large camp on the triangle.
Oh, what a blind little arrow there. Not that it results in anything.
Oh, BZM goes in and ults this right now.
Oh, yeah. That is a stack free for the taking, it's looking like. BZM's going to push Amar back. Amar desperately trying to get the Quills over the cliff to take some of these last hits. They're all lined up right now. Oh, freezing field in from the side, and Arrow's going to be able to stop it. A good idea from Whitemon, but Snaking had the counter. Now the Avalanche. Now it looks like Tundra. It got a little bit too big. Oh, what a Sonic Wave, though, hitting onto 3 with 33 in the midst of Maureen. Maureen trying to get the jump away. Meanwhile, the dagger is ticking out on the bristleback. All 3 cores might just die here. 33 chasing after him a slight. It dodges a little bit. The zombies, and the biggest zombie of all will bring down Maureen.
That is such a tight fight for Falcons into that Sonic Wave. High ground tombstone.
One more for the road. BZM. Ooh, around the corner, Snaking goes. BZM lost him. Arrow under tower might have gotten the kill, but he's away.
You have to defend the stacks, though. Like, you have to bring everybody there. The tombstone really dissuades you from going deep. Ruined the Ember with all the zombie buildup. That's what I was talking about, getting this Undying involved early in aggressive stack stealing, right? Really hard hero to fight around these ancient spots. When you just drop that tombstone, get so much zone control. Massive Sonic Wave from BZM. Falcons once more on the back foot, just as that Bristle was trying to clear through it. They did get most of the stack. I mean, that's kind of the one upside, but that XP gets split a lot.
Well, your analysis was absolutely on point. 33 people have been praising his itemization from the jump, and he agrees with you. It's just a straight Lotus Orb. First item for this game.
I mean, why not? Lotus just wrecks this lineup. You do nothing against it. It's only the Tiny who really powers through it, and this is a carry Tiny, having a slow game.
Yeah.
I guess the one upside is you're seeing red, so a little less stacks for Amar.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can also argue he individually is more dependent on getting stacks, so he can run in and deal damage. There's some more tombstone farming for his own stacks here.
And that will be the Lotus once he's done with this.
Drawing the aggro, getting the extra efficiency.
It's funny how, like, Tundra just always play off the stacks, no matter what their lane setup is and how aggressive or how laning focused it is. BZM, he's got the blade mail. Tough kill to get.
They had lasso.
And a Sonic Wave on alongside the Frostbite is deadly. Maureen falls again.
This might be one of the roughest games I've ever seen for Maureen. And he's had a tremendous tournament.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he almost single-handedly kicked Liquid out of this tournament.
Brutal in the lane, brutal with the ganks, brutal in the fight for the stacks.
Another leap, BZM is Blink. Oh, hits it with a scream, 5 HP, ticks out.
This Queen of Fate is just an absolute terror. He's just doing whatever he wants, supports it, backed him up perfectly. Maureen, he comes back instantly daggered. He only has the one remnant out. He needs the other 5 for another one.
In Saxa, he's bodyguarding the remnant right now.
Please.
He's waiting. He says, go ahead, Maureen. Jump out whenever you want, buddy.
Just leave me alone.
One more dagger. Maureen knows it's death if he goes back, but it's death if he pushes forward. He goes back. An instant punch from Saxa. Amar couldn't bail him out. He ran after the supports, but they stuck around. A snowball save onto the Crystal Maiden. Now he's blocked in. Amar's in trouble because here comes the bigger, badder offlaner. 33, the Undying, doesn't stick onto him. The Blade Mail keeping him honest.
Yeah, dissuading him. Didn't want to drop the Tombstone and try and chase. Even brought the Doom in. That's a Radiance done for Crystallis. Super strong right now. But Amar's kind of beastly with this early Blade Mail. Pretty high level. He's the most farmed core for Falcons. It's got to be him dragging this game back right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought level 12 Flush Golem. I thought surely 33 just throws himself at him. But
he just doesn't do much damage on his own.
Sure.
Particularly with this Lotus buildup.
Yeah, I could see that.
Not the most aggressive item. I mean, at least for Maureen, he's low level. He respawns pretty fast, you know.
Yeah, good for him.
He can get back out there, find some waves.
And the sad part is like, Maureen, terrible game, of course, but like he's not that much farther behind Skeeter's Tiny. It seems like Skeeter's Tiny is also having a bad game. He hasn't died yet, but he hasn't gotten a whole lot of farm either.
I mean, he had to lane against the Undying. He got kicked out of lane really early. He kind of came to some of those fights like mid to try and help the Ember. Didn't find anything. He hasn't died, but he also hasn't found a lot of action.
7,000 net worth lead in 15 minutes. This is even worse than game 1.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I still think Tundra's lineup just scales like a beast. Like you have Doom Queen with Tusk for some BKB Pierce and some extra scaling DPS. Really tough lineup to fight in 2 late games. So it's not even as if you could say, well, at least the early game's over. Now we just get to farm and scale, guys.
More Dispel. BZM's going to go a Yule's Scepter, so he can blink in, Blade Mail if they go on him, and then if he's really in danger, Yule's, and then blink away again. Freezing Field sadly doesn't give you armor anymore. It would have helped a lot against this Bristleback situation. Arrow comes out, hits onto the Quap, but will not stop the death of Crit. And Snake King gets an Invis rune, still has a dust on him, double leaps. The dust will wear out, and he is away.
Trying to get something out of this Moonlight Shadow. Put the bat in close range, but Queen is just having way too good of a game. Don't have the burst damage fall to make these kind of plays. Probably better off just ratting the map, trying to get the bat blink online, and playing through Amar, who does find another kill. Level 13 on this Bristle. Might even be top net worth in this game somehow.
Yeah, he's actually closing that gap, which is pretty wild considering his stacks got contested. The game is going really poorly for them. And all the space, like the Quap has made a ton of space, and 33 and Chrysalis are huge for it. They have still staying ahead of the Bristleback in net worth, both of them.
They're going to continue to pick up the farm rate too.
Nice find. Crit catches a dangerous lane ward there.
Dude, the itemization from Tundra is, it's going to be farm heavy because you're going Radiance into the Manta for the Doom. He's going to start pushing the waves out, and it's going to be Lotus into Octarine for 33. That's a lot of mana regen, reduce cooldown on the Decay. You're just going to be spamming out waves with this Undying. Probably the most 33 way to play this hero.
I love that idea because I don't feel like Tundra, that is maybe something they're lacking a little, is a bit of wave shove. Undying's better at it than he used to be, but...
No, this fixes all the wave shove problems.
Yeah.
These 2 itemizations, they're going to get another pickup on Crit.
It's easy.
So hard to get out on the map right now when Tundra can basically plant 2 heroes in any side lane, and they're not afraid of the team running at them because they know this Tiny has to recover.
It allows BZM and Saksa to focus on making moves like this. They cannot kill Amar, though. And a Blade Mail still dissuading them from all-inning the off lane of Falcons.
Bristle's a tough nut to crack here. I don't think Tundra mind farming, though. With the itemization they're going for, get the wave shove up, continue to push the map out, just let BZM scale. You don't want to give this Queen of Pain streak away in this game, especially with how high level he is. He's still 3 levels higher than this Ember. And just BKB rush from Allreen. Gotta do what you gotta do.
His damage is going to be severely lacking, but maybe Amar can pick that up for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Blink Dagger for Crit, so a little bit of initiation is going to be coming in very soon for Falcons. That might go a long ways.
Gotta start to look for pickoffs in this game if you're Falcons. That's your way back. Abuse Moonlight Shadow, abuse the fact that the Bristle can show on waves, and he's a very hard target for Tundra to all in. And then you get some pickoff with the Bat Rider.
Oh, he's so close.
Up. Oh, yeah,
he just needs... Okay, he gets it.
Yep, a worthy wave for Crit here. Someone has to bite the bullet.
Snake King running out of leap charges. Just keeps on running into heroes, and he can't run forever. Chrysalis, though. He's going to be caught in... Oh, okay, a Shards, that's interesting. It separates him from Amar. Amar can't do damage in. They just TP out. What a sick hit from Saksa.
This guy's Tusk is way too good. I mean, we saw what he did last TI on this hero. This hero has performed really well this event.
What a crazy idea, man. And Tundra making sure there's just no good vision on the field for Falcons.
That was a kill that they needed so bad on this game.
The wards that Falcons do have are unfortunately too deep for them to make use of right now. All the waves are pushed past these wards.
Gotta smoke and just go with the Bat Rider. Gotta get these lassos to land. Running up mid.
Go straight for the Quap.
Oh, they would love to lasso him here. They're hesitating a little bit.
Whitemon and Saksa, we're sitting behind him. Instead, they play off the Power Rune spawn. But I think Tundra know what's happening here. Between the support sitting behind the Quap and then the deny there of Whitemon, I mean, he doesn't deny an Arcane Rune away from BZM unless he really feels like they're in danger.
I don't think you can afford to waste these smokes, though, from your position.
Yeah.
It's your 1 ticket back in this game. Tundra are just going to start doing objectives. They just straighten the Tormentor. The Octarine's already done for 33. 2 picks up the shard here as Crystals continues farming while the team gets the job done. Be the Crystal Maid.
That is fantastic for her. That's a lot of extra survivability, particularly against this Bristleback. It's a little bit of extra lane shove, maybe even a little extra catch against, say, the Ember Spirit.
Smoked up, looking for the Wisdom Shrine.
Skeeter, he's going to go towards that Wisdom Shrine. He breaks the smoke, doesn't see what's coming his way, right around the corner. All 3 heroes, he does not get caught in the shards. If you get stuck there, they go for the lasso. They're going to try and quickly kill. Oh, Sonic Wave hits on a lot there. Snowball pickup, grabs a lot of heroes. They're on top of the Bristleback right now, and that Bristleback is scary. Tundra retreating away. BZM back into play, trying to kill Snake King. The Tombstone, it's still alive right now. The zombies are building up. 33. So many heroes on him. He finally goes down, but a lot of these heroes are low on Falcons. Can BZM finish them off? A TP away from Skeeter. He's out. The Bristleback, he's low as well. BZM jumps on him, and he has the Blade Mail. Can't do enough damage. Amar's going to go back, try and slow him down. Maureen, he has no mana to work with. He can hit BZM once or twice, but there's just no way he can kill him here.
Dude, what a fight from Falcons. They scan him there. They just charge in with the tiny. Skeeter takes the initial brunt of that blow, and they take that entire fight through the Tombstone. Just didn't care. This Bristle is an absolute beast. Tundra do not have answers to him. As Amar's Reign of Terror, too powerful. Even for this Undying, he got 7 decays in that fight. Double Lotus Orb, 4 Soul Rips, he still goes down. That should have been a better fight for Tundra, but Falcons pick a nice moment to strike back. And I mean, the BKB for Maureen, you can say his net worth's really low, but this is a really impactful item in this game if you can just run around the fight for free.
Yeah. Because we're not yet at a point where there's a ton of physical damage. That will come on the Doom. We've seen how these Dooms, these carry Dooms, they're not just magic damage. They turn into real physical damage threats thanks to that Wolf Commander. But for now, it is largely magic damage. It is a free Roshan. Between the Tombstone and the tag team, they can do it.
Yeah, that's what's always going to be Tundra's. Yeah. Not enough map presence to contest this objective, so that's an Aegis for BZM yet to go down in this game. That would have been the big kill to collect in that fight for Falcons, but it still eludes them here. 7-0 for the Queen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh. Barely getting out of there.
Yeah, the only other person not to die in this game is still Skeeter's Tiny. Everybody else has at least 1 death to their name. Waimon trying to slow down Amar long enough that BZM can start catching him on the other side, though. Oh, what a grab!
Okay.
Chrysalis was going to go through the gate to join this gank onto the Bristleback.
4v1. ATF versus the world. Who's stronger here?
I can't believe the team isn't coming to try and help him bail him out, because Falcons, like Amar isn't dead yet. He finally does go down.
Dude, he almost killed BZM.
He almost got BZM. He almost took away that Aegis. Skeeter lurking. He's not going to find the Clump. She's already TP'd out, but maybe a kill onto a support. There's a sentry here, though. He's going to be spotted. Soxa gets the blink before he's hit by the Avalanche. And now, oh, Soxa doesn't get the shards. That's a number of times he's missed some of these more offensive shards trying to catch heroes.
No one was around anyway. Yeah. Just messing with them. I mean, this is space for Maureen to recover in this game. This Ember has recovered. Like, Falcons, they grinded through this mid-game a little bit here as we approach the 25-minute mark. Definitely not looking as bad as it could have for their 3 cores.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was the tension that the Bristleback soaked up here, freeing up some space for the Ember, that fight on the Wisdom Shrine.
Oh, BCM. Deny after deny. He knows he can't kill Maureen, but what he can do is keep him down.
Keep the mental momentum going. That's what counts here.
Back to Amar. I'm surprised Tundra keep on thinking about this kill.
I mean, he is the biggest prize on the map.
Yeah.
Every time you take this Bristle out, it's complete freedom.
I also feel like, though, every single time they go on him, it's an opportunity that
it is.
Falcons can win that fight.
Dangerous go for sure, especially where it is on the map. That kill bottom, pretty safe location. Around a tier 2 like that, no way you go for that kill. It's too slow. The turnaround's going to come. And the entryways into the fight are there for Falcons. We've had the Batrider blink for a while. We have Moonlight Shadow, but you have the Shadow Blade on the Tiny. BKB for the Ember allows him to go in. Like, all of Falcons' heroes can go in the fight now. They have entryways. So if you overextend on the Bristle, you could be sacrificing position. They can flank you from the backside. You might get that key jump on the Queen or the Doom and all in them while the Bristle's taking up all that attention. That's what you don't want to have happen here if you're Tundra. Just straight ags for 33 off that Octarine build.
It's a Siege Wagon wave that's still
build.
coming in. Tundra, yeah, I think high ground is just a poke.
He's not even going to have time to finish the ags here. Would be a really impactful one this early in the game. This ags has been nerfed from 10 to 8 strength steal.
Yep.
Significant when you're going for this kind of buildup, but man, this is such a good game for it.
Yeah, like how does Bristleback play long fights if he's losing all of his strength? You don't. Quick soul rip, jump in. Soxa did not see the opportunity. You think he was going for snaking there. Does not want to hit the Bristleback.
Tombstone's gone.
Yeah, 33.
Nice
He's not able
back.
to. Beautiful toss back. 33 in a bad position. Now going to be lassoed on top of that one. Sonic Wave on his skater, though. And there goes his first death. A trade-off that Tundra, I'm sure, do not mind. Killing the carry. Losing their offlaner, sure, but
It's a high ground hold versus Aegis. What was the gold exchange there, too? Pretty even. I mean, Amar got the kill. That's pretty nice for him.
yeah, maybe the real
tiny-
carry is this Bristleback.
I mean, he is the real carry in this game. Arrow
Yules
lands.
into Arrow. That's going to be the Aegis.
At a minute left. Still BKB available on the Ember. Falcons aren't that weak here.
They've got slight chains. Hold him in a little bit longer. No lasso. Arrow up in 1 second. Let's see if he can get anything. Nice flame break back. That's going to be Soxa going down. Traded out for Crit. Chrysalis, he's low. He knows he's just going to be run down here, so instead he tries to go for the kill. And Amar, what a shield rune spawn! Amar,
Oh, come on.
he just got bailed out by Gaben himself.
What a timely rune. As Tundra just lingering too long. No one dying to take the long fight. They're the ones getting played with. The mobility coming into being a large factor for this chase down mid. And Maureen, he's back, man. Like, he is getting a lot of XP off these big kills. Same level as the Queen of Pain. I will say, they committed a lot to bring down Tiny in that base fight. That's why that opening was there for Falcons. You used the Doom and the Sonic Wave on him. The Undying died in exchange for that kill. That's effectively 3 ults off the map. Green light for Falcons to chase there and look for something. And an aggressive Blinken from Crit with a nice flame break kind of set that chase up. Of course, the arrow taking the Queen out was a big factor as well. Supports making plays as Falcons try and push towards the scaling items here. BKB on Skeeter would go a long way in this game. Tundra don't really have the best BKB control. A lot of it's dependent on them scaling up their cores, maybe getting some 4-stabs to kite it out. You have the punch shards. The Tusk is your best answer here. And of course, Doom can sometimes just stand his ground and fight it, but you have to feel like this BKB timing for Falcons, as usual, is going to be strong. You're going to have 3 of them. You're going to be able to run in, try and focus a target down with Lasso.
BZM, guess he doesn't want to fight right now. Sonic waves out a creep wave, but he doesn't have the level 20. Lasso into Arrow.
Oh, it hit a
and
zombie.
blocked out by a zombie.
What?
33, punish as he gets out the tombstone just in time. Now, it doesn't stop Soxa from dying, but it slows down the death and gives Tundra an opportunity to punish. They're going to find 2 off of this. The Moonlight Shadow will not protect Crit. As BZM still rocking that gem. He chases after Maureen now. Maureen TPing away. Will be fine.
I will say, you have to be scary about taking these skirmishes into the 33's item build right now, because it's almost like a slug. Like, this Undying builds up stacks. He's got 40 stolen strength. It's a 3-second decay. He gets 3 or 4 of them out. You're looking at 20, 30 strength being built up quick. You go into another fight, like, he pushes your base off that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're looking at a 5,000 HP Undying with the bonus from the ult, and then he's getting more decays out.
Yeah.
It can just become overwhelming.
He's almost level 20 as well. That's another 2 seconds off that cooldown. Then you're just perma decaying over and over again. I almost feel like,
That's just
Amar.
straight nasty. I mean, what are you going to do against this? You basically have to all in him.
And
You
Amar
can't let him
can't do
exist.
that. Amar can do that, right?
Yes,
He's
he
got BKB, you said they're lacking in control to be able to deal with that. Amar also has the damage to quickly burst down this Undying.
They have the tools to do it. They have the Vessel on the Marana plus the Drum. This is an itemization designed to single target burst this Undying, who has that one Lotus Orb to try and get rid of some of these spells, but after that's gone, you throw it into him. And you always have the displacement in this game. You have the Tiny Toss back, you have the Lasso 4-stab.
Yeah.
And you have Marana ult to set that up. That's what makes this lineup really dangerous. The fact that Falcons can go in, isolate a target, drag them to where they want the fight to happen, Undying does not like that playstyle. Amp damage for BZM. He hit level 20. Got the Whisper of the Dread as well. So this Sonic Wave hits really
BZM's
hard.
gonna get caught by the lasso. Arrow, avalanche, a lot of damage. He's gone.
First death of the game, and that is a big one. Gem on top of it. Had amp damage in the bottle, never
I can't
got
believe
it out.
Tundra's still gonna maybe fight this one out.
33 thinks he's a beast.
Bristleback has already taken so much damage. He's out of here.
Where'd he go?
Chrysalis took a lot of damage for that into the blade mail, but it was worth it. The commitment. They trade out the strongest heroes on each side, it seems.
He got evaporated, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of agree with that mana from Tundra, because if I'm 33 in this game, the second the lasso's gone and like 1 or 2 BKBs are gone, I'm thinking I'm immortal.
Yeah,
like,
for
how
sure.
can I die? I'm going to go in. I have free reign to put all these decays into work. I'm going to have 10,000 HP. What are you going to do about it? And he's going Link. It's like, he's just, I don't want to get lassoed in this game. That's it.
Yep. Freezing field alongside the Frostbite. Nifty, but not good enough, certainly.
Give me your strength.
He's coming. I'm gonna get you a little bit more.
That's a 1.5 second decay. This build it's real scary. It's just better Slark.
With Lincolns,
Radiant's bottom
the only threat to 33 at that point then is a toss back. Toss back into the Bristleback, and Bristleback just
or
ends
just
you.
overwhelming physical burst, like some tiny toss arrow combination, and then Skier just sits there and wails on him.
Yeah.
If the armor items come out for Tundra, that's going to be, for me, one of the biggest timings in this game. Like, I'm looking at AC plus Shivas, maybe another Lotus Orb on somebody. Just deal with the physical burst from Falcons, and you neuter one of their best answers to you in the fight.
I'm surprised Chrysalis isn't going that AC.
I think he will get it eventually. It's just getting a little greedy with it, you know? He wants the Manta, Radiance, Octarine for the extra lane push and cooldowns and all that.
That feels very greedy considering how much Tundra is fighting into Falcons. And also considering this was about the timing that Falcons in Game 1 made their defensive hold and turned the game around. Nice quick kill. Soxa. 33. Flesh Golem goes out. Maybe Maureen and Skeeter can assassinate Soxa, but they do not want to trifle with this Undying. As he begins his drains on Skeeter. Missed that last one. That's Flesh Golem on cooldown.
That's big spells out from him. It is Roche up, though. That's the downside for Falcons. Like, you kited this fight out. Are Tundra just going to force the objective, and do you have to kind of chase them here to dissuade it? They have the Batrider smoked. Ult goes out bottom to push the wave in. BZM fighting for the map control. His Shivas is done flying out. That's a huge item for him. There's the roar. I mean, this is not the fastest Roche.
Yeah, I
Kind of an awkward position for Tundra. No Flesh Golem. Do you want to sit here?
I do not. I'm not sure if Tundra should take this the way it's happening.
I don't think that's how you want this fight to go down. If anything, you want to wait for your cooldowns to come back. Let Falcons waste the smokes here.
He got BKB on 33, but he still does not have the Flesh Golem. And now, because he's so Ags focused, it's not the biggest deal. I think they're trying to set up to see if Maureen will jump inside the pit to get a little bit of vision here. But instead, it's going to be a Doom on a Skeeter. He gets off the BKB and backs away.
Whipped. Not the greatest jump for Tundra. They used a lot on that.
Maureen is stuck in the middle of all this, though. He gets up. Oh, he still had a Remnant out. He actually gets a TP. Oh, he got him. BZM got the blink screen just at the end of it. Right before he TPs away, and Amar no longer has his BKB.
He's baiting him in a little.
Yeah, they're baiting up on the high ground here. 33. He still has his BKB. They can't deal with him. If he runs up into the high ground, I don't think they can take that bit, especially with a Flesh Golem. So Falcons, they choose to run away, but BZM on pursuit.
Another Flesh Golem that gets kited out here. Falcons make the right read. Don't overextend. Maureen got caught, but tough to get everybody out of that situation.
Roche is going to be delayed here. It's going to switch over to the other side. Falcons, maybe they can stall this long enough that Maureen comes back into play.
Look at this ward on the hill. This is a ward that's been here for a long time. Might not be one Tundra expect.
Soxa might be walking right into this.
They know he's up here.
He gets up with the Watcher, though. That's going to be big. Skeeter's going to lead the charge with the Shadow Blade, getting past this Watcher vision. and showing his team not to go up that ramp.
Gotta remember, Tundra don't have Gem right now. Don't have an earlier one like they did last game. Gem is on Falcon's side.
Oh, trying to go for the lasso. Self-fuels into blade mail. Oh, and the arrow doesn't land. They go for the lasso. He's going to turn it around. A lot of blade mail damage. It's a lot of low HP heroes. They may have killed the Quap, but they're in big trouble now, as it's not the only threat in this game. It's 33 and Chrysalis. They're the ones who are most farmed on this side. Amar gets caught by the Frostbite. He's not able to outrun the slow Crystal Maiden. And now a little bit of shard action. Maul reinforces, uses BKB.
Nice arrow.
He gets one. Now chasing after Soxa in the snowball form. The BKB is out though. He gets stunned up, punched up in the air. Still hunting for that support kill, but with the Soul Rib, Soxa, he's got a decent amount of HP. And he tries too hard to make that kill happen. Chrysalis still at the Doom all along.
Going for the big plays, trying to clean up the back line, but Tundra stands strong with this Undying. Just not a target you can focus down, constantly running at you, dissuading the Bristle from manning up in that fight. And what looked like a dream catch for Falcons did not go as they planned. That blade mail reflected so much damage.
Roar and clap. Roshan has been the victim of so many heroes, but in this game, he gets a bit of revenge.
That's big. That's your tag team out of the equation. There's an arrow on the Undying. This Roche is not going that fast.
It's only slowing things down. Sticky Napalm can build up a little bit. They still have Lasso as well.
This is
an opportunity here.
This could be stolen super easily off a flame break.
But they got to be careful. The timing has to be perfect. Otherwise, they're just getting decayed. Crystal is low. They commit for it. Lasso on him, Soul Rip. A big heal goes out. Can they burst down this Doom? He got off the BKB.
Right,
they just do not have the physical damage. The supports won't be able to do it. But Skeeter, look how low this Roshan is. Oh, he doesn't go into the pit.
Flesh Golem's gone. They stalled this out. Skeeter's got a BKB man up for this.
Skeeter's sitting right on top of the Indos. All the Sentry spots him. He gets out. Roshan's so low. Amar's back into play, and he's got that BKB. He spots 33. They're going to turn to BZM. A toss-up in the air. A little bit of stuns. Tundra slowing things down. They're waiting for the Doom to come back into play. He's almost here.
Gotta get Crystals back on that front line.
And Falcons do not make the jump for the pit. Now it's into Tombstone. Now it's into the Doom. They have to go for a snatch play, and that's what Maureen's trying to do right now. A Sonic Wave goes out. BZM makes the commitment. They got the Aegis to get the grab, and Maureen has to BKB. Jump out. What about this Tombstone? Oh, the Undying gets bursted down. Amar was able to take that man up and kills two rather easily. And it's Tundra this time around who are low on HP.
They got to bail, even with the Ceaseless Dirge getting 33 back. Damage was a little overwhelming. They'll find the Bat Rider, but...
And that's the gem as well.
Oh yeah, that's a big grab.
Yeah.
Not losing more off that though. Getting everything out of the pit. Huge win for Tundra here.
Yeah, that was a close call.
That was incredibly awkward. But the fact you got the Aegis on BZM, that's the best target here as well.
Yeah. He puts that blade mail to the side, and look at him. He wants any fight he can get right now. The Self-Fuel is just trying to stall, and now the Flesh Golem on top of them, trying to slow them down. A TP away is successful out from Skeeter. Is there anybody else who's going to be caught? It's Soxa. He routed them. He caught them on the other side, but he doesn't have the vision. A TP away successful. And a scramble from Amar gets out of there. An H's death that goes unpunished. Falcons slip away into the night.
Yeah, it feels like time and time again, Tundra get these advantages, but Falcons are just grinding them away. Sticking around in this game they had no business being in.
It does feel like this time around they're bending more and more and more, and the break is coming. Tundra is building up more of a net worth advantage, and they're also building up more of the late game that you favored them in the beginning. We now have level 25 on Doom, for example.
Doom applies mute. Super nice here. Can get a refresher on him as well. BKB for the Queen of Pain will go a long way.
Skeeter's going to get caught. Skeeter's done. As long as they have the vision, which they do, man, he is not tanking at all, is he?
No. This is the scaling here between the Infernal Blade, the extra hits from the Doom. You have Tusk Punch, you have the decays, you have ways to deal with these big HP pools. And they're going to potentially have Tuskar Ags in this game as well. That's the scary part. Like, you can always just try and play for the kick later on.
Yep.
Get displacement of your own going. Scan latches bottom onto the Bristle. Tundra trying to make a quick play for Amar outside the base.
They get him. Trap him inside the shards. Good four-step all the way up to the high ground. What an angle. But 33, I love that. He's just like, okay, yeah, you escape, but I'm going to do some temporary damage here. Start building up those decay stacks.
Doesn't have the Ceaseless Dirge right now, so doesn't want to overextend too much on this Undying.
Sonic Wave, by the way, an extra 250 damage and extra AoE. He gets level 25 on BZM, and he gets the Dazun Blood Right.
This Queen is hitting quite hard.
Yeah.
This is the real problem, Hero, for Falcons in the late game. If you can't burst BZM down, he's going to win the fight for Tundra.
He gets to Octarine. You're talking about 2 Sonic Waves in a fight. He's already throwing it around non-stop for these creep waves, because...
Put that Arcane Rune to use. 25-second ult, as Ice Frog intended.
Is there anything coming in from Falcons that can change the narrative here? I don't see any.
They're pretty bought out right now.
It comes down to play, not items at this point.
Kind of tough to scale this Bristle more, too. I feel like Amar did his job this game. It's just, at a certain point, you're going to start to fall off a little bit here, particularly if he goes for the pipe that he's eyeing up.
Oop.
It has to be the Ember. Like, Malry needs to survive the fights. He's the one that needs to continue to scale here for Falcons. A refresher on the Ember would be big. Getting him to potential Shivas would be big. And Ags on the Bat Rider would be some extra scale as well for crit.
Yeah,
But these are all a long way away.
Yeah, 4,000 gold away for that Ags on the Bat Rider. Look at Saksa. All the attention is here. All the heroes are here, except for Saksa, who's going on a little scouting mission.
He's trying to get the Ags done.
Yeah.
Just keep farming. Why not? This Queen's just assassinating every wave that comes out of the Radiant base. It's giving you the map control. The only thing you're afraid of here as Tundra is a smoke/Moonlight Shadow out that catches somebody off guard. But you have Gem on the Queen. You have deep wards. You have enough information to play off of here. You can show some heroes around the map and not get punished.
Yeah. It's hard for Falcons to make that Moonlight Shadow unless they have a gem of their own, because there's probably ward sentries around deep in the area of the map. Snaking did buy a gem, so they will start seeing some of these wards.
Nice D-ward from Crit. That was a ward that was plaguing them for a long time. There's the refresher for the Ember. Buyout here from Malrine. A lot more remnants to play with. Almost level 25 as well. That would be a big talent for this Ember. Surprised he ever got there in this game, but...
Considering the start, Malrine has made quite the comeback for Falcons for his own gameplay, but it is still them dramatically behind. It is a 19,000 net worth lead for Tundra. Now that Ags. What's the point of going high ground? Why not bring the enemy team to the low ground?
Such a strong item. Particularly in this game where the high ground's really difficult because you're against Tiny Bat Rider. This is a way to break that.
After 33, he showed himself the wave.
Straight
he
into
got
each
the
other.
lasso.
Dream target.
Into the arrow. Half HP. Dead. He does not have the extra life, it looks like. So this is going to be a 4 versus 5. Good kick away from Saksa. Using the Aghanim Scepter there defensively. But Malrine on a pursuit. He catches the Crystal Maiden as well. It's 2 so far. How much more can Falcons grab? Looks like everybody else is away.
That's the danger of that smoke/Moonlight Shadow play. Even with some of the map control, it caught you off guard. You got a clutch lasso on the best target in this game, which is the Undying. His Ceaseless Dirge was 10 seconds off cooldown.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Fine snaking here, consolation prize, but man, that feels bad. You're dead for 90 seconds and your passive's coming up in 5 of that 90.
Yeah.
It's like, if that fight happens 10 seconds later, a very different situation for Tundra, but Falcons find the opening.
At the same time, like, how much does kick away on Skeeter? They're going to go for it without some of these other heroes. It's just 3 of them on Tundra trying to take this, but look at the damage that Bristleback just did to Crystallis. A huge chunk, and now more from Skeeter on a BCM, a sliver of HP. He gets HP. 1 blink. Malrine has to get this kill. He's got to make up for the laning phase, and he got him. A big slight, and even more perhaps. Kicks him away, but he still has the remnant out in time. Got a chains underneath the tier 4s. Tundra, what a blunder. They willingly take the fight as 3 into Falcons, and Falcons they'll take everything they have.
They are throwing this game away. They were up 20K. They controlled the map. You're playing towards the next Roshan. You go for a YOLO kill on this Tiny, who has BKB available, who has 4,000 HP without your Undying. And it backfires hard. You get another clutch lasso kill, and this Ember, he is starting to come alive in the late game. You might have had his number early on, but Maureen striking back, getting his revenge.
Moments ago, it seemed impossible that Falcons would be the one to claim the first set of racks. But Tundra, maybe not learning their lessons from game one, have just let that lead slip through their fingers again, and it's an even bigger one than they had in game one.
This Tiny is just smacking. Like, he is doing some damage to Crystallis. Still doesn't have an armor item on this Doom.
Yeah.
Pretty susceptible to some of the physical hits. Of course, you do have the brooch on Skeeter that can bypass it a little, but you're looking at how fast he drops to like a tiny combo there. He took 2,600 damage in felt like 2 seconds.
Also, the Bristleback, he's got level 25, so when he gets all the Warpath stacks, he's hitting for like 700 a hit.
Also got the Pyrrhic Cloak, double Pyrrhic Cloak on both teams. But for Amar in particular, you man up on this Bristle, he reflects some of that damage. You have 25 on the Tiny as well. I mean, these are big talents coming in for Falcons. They had no business getting.
Yeah,
this game is completely even. 46 minutes in. Less than 2,000 gold difference. And less than 300 XP difference. That is wild to me.
An insanely close game on our hands now. Falcons,
gotta get the next Roche.
they were not favored for this entire game until just a minute ago.
How badly do you think 33 wants this level 25?
Oh, yeah. He needs it, man. He's getting so much strength through this Octarine Ags. He gets a little bit of that, pops the Flesh Golem. We're going to see him break the 10K marker.
The thing is, can he use it? We've seen the mobility become a big problem for Tundra. They don't have the direct lockdown anymore.
And it's the same problem they were experiencing in game one, right? The mobility, the back and forth that Falcons are employing in these team fights. Smoke, it breaks. Tundra, they're unsure whether or not they really want to go into this ward. Crystal Maiden takes a bold play at it, and they go for the Bristleback. That's what their commitment is for. They knock him out of position, they put the Doom on him, and it seems not much else is required.
Does have buyback available, so you have to worry about the chase here if you're Tundra. Do not want to give up a bad fight giving Falcons Roche.
And you are chasing into a TP point. Chains. There goes a Lotus Orb, toss up while the arrow lands. What a tombstone save from 33.
Can he get out?
He comes out though, and he's gonna be dead. There's no HP on Sox. He cuts off another snowball, just a little couple seconds left, but it is inevitable that he will fall.
Did get the Amar buyback, will instantly pop his own. This Tusk is way too important for Tundra. He's their only real lockdown disable. You have a refresher on Crystallis, so even if this Doom's on cooldown, he can pop it to get another Doom for the fight that breaks out. And Falcons taking a long wraparound to bottom. They were trying to hunt the Doom who is farming down here.
Yeah, that
not a bad idea.
And now it's kind of interesting. Tundra, they could have maybe gone for Roshan if they knew exactly what was happening here, but they're playing it cool. Still though, Roshan is going to switch over to the other side soon.
The clock is not on their side.
I mean, maybe the problem is that Falcons have now taken that outpost, so even as it switches over, they still hold the teleport point.
You have to go through Falcons. You have to go through potentially their vision, right? This Observer Ward sitting on crit is everything right now. If he puts it in a nice spot, you scout some heroes, you get a free lasso initiation. That's what's been winning you these fights. Clutch lassos on the Undying, the Queen of Pain in particular, or the Tusk with no buyback right now. Soxa is a great target. Another Lincoln Sphere comes in on the Bristle, and there will be the smoke from Tundra. They're going to have to go in against this ward. Positioning is everything. If you can get the high ground, snaking.
Watcher on the high ground, snaking. He gets punched, but he already got the leaf off. He's into low ground. Now the lasso goes out on Soxa.
The Tusk dieback.
The Tusk dieback, it's already gone. 4 versus 5, guaranteed for this fight. Malrine jumping forward. Whitemon managed to get down to the low ground. Very narrowly gets away. 33 being kited around by Skeeter right now. Chrysalis, he really wants to do
Can't
out of this
find a
Ember Spear.
target.
Malrine, he's just dancing around him. He's dancing on him. Chrysalis just can't get him. He finally gets the Doom out, but it's too late for it. He's gone. Wait, no, Tombstone. He already got the save out. Sonic Wave, another one, pushing him away. It's 33, 9,200 HP. This boy's a beast, but Amar presses on to get the kill onto Chrysalis, and he locks him down. Takes away his old creep wave ally, and now slowing down 33. 6,000 HP to get through. 4,000 HP, just dead. 4,000 in an instant. The DPS is just, it's huge.
Skeeter
Falcons overwhelm him.
cuts him down to size, says nice HP. I'll take all of it, as it meant nothing for 33. He had almost 100 strength stolen, but he can't use it for anything. He's just getting kited around. Too many mobility mechanisms, too much lockdown. Will cost some buybacks here from both teams. Expensive ones for Falcons. They use 2 buybacks. The buyback for the Bristle was used earlier, so it's still 5 minutes cooldown for ATF. But you got a Doom buyback there. You got the dieback on the Tusk. Crystal Maiden buyback. This is what matters now. Buybacks into this Roshan. And Crystal is not feeling good about that fight. This Doom is just cannot land the spell. He can't find a clear target to hit.
He can't seemingly do anything. He can't stand up toe-to-toe to some of these cores. And missed the arrow, but the lasso pullback, it might still be good enough. 30 HP, Yule's no way.
Does have buyback.
He does have buyback, and they're on the outpost right now. 33, he's being chased down. He's got BKB, he's got Flesh Golem, and they used the harpoon. Skeeter, he's a little out. Reset from Falcons, trying to get away. And they are out before anybody at Tundra. Well, they're still going after Skeeter here, trying to push him back in with Sonic Wave up the cliff. What a hit from BZM.
So sick.
And Skeeter fighting for his life, cornered like a dog. He's out of here. He's done. That's going to be his first life, though.
He also has
Tundra,
buyback.
can they take this Roshan, or will Falcons use the buyback and fight this?
Such a tough tiny buyback to use when you can't get to this fight easily anymore. That outpost being taken by Tundra is a huge deal here.
It's beginning to feel a little desperate for Tundra.
They can't do it.
They can't, not against this Ember. He throws remnants in the pit.
I mean, this is where chain gang is just so annoying. Nothing you can do against it.
And so what do you do if you're Tundra?
You have to go fight, right? You have to look for the jumps, and all that's on Soxa this game. You just don't have smokes. And you don't have the Moonlight Shadow to make up for it.
Yeah, you're not catching Malrine on the mid lane. I'll tell you that much for free.
The vision and positional advantage for Falcons is what's winning in this game right now. The fact that Tundra can't make aggressive moves of their own when they want to and find good initiation targets, it's killing them right now. And this is where Morana slowly wears you down. It's like you have double, triple the enemy smokes. You can make these small poke plays. You can look for something with a high ground ward. Maybe you find that lasso, maybe you don't, but you get out. Tundra are just all in.
Well, 33 gone to his 25. Crystal Maiden is almost level 25. I don't even know what those talents are.
Nobody knows Austin. No one's ever been here before. New territory.
Untreaded territory. Soxa level 23. Any other item changes?
Buybacks are more valuable than items here for a lot of these heroes.
I mean, Malrine is almost level 30.
He is getting up there. I mean, Ags for the Queen of Pain, potentially big here if BZM can stay alive. He's just been getting burst down, though. So I worry about this Queen's ability to just spam out the daggers, take that longer fight. He doesn't have Refresher on this BKB, so he doesn't have the double BKB Sonic Wave to stick in the middle of everybody.
Yeah. And when are these longer fights actually going to work for them? I keep thinking, yeah, Decay, just work them down, the Quap, doubles, 2 different Sonic Waves in a team fight, bunch of daggers. You'd think they would win these longer drawn-out engagements, but Falcons keep on...
I feel like they have a lot of damage that's attrition. You get these decay stacks, you get these daggers, someone's getting ice sharded or Nova, but there's no finishing blow. Like, you can take this Bristle's HP from 4K to 2K, but then who actually runs in and kills this guy?
That would largely be the Doom, right? The Doom is supposed to be that finishing blow, and so often he's the one who gets finished.
I really think Crystallis needed AC in this game. I think it's just prevented him being able to man up. Maybe it doesn't change anything with the overwhelming damage from Skeeter with this
smoke breaks, and Saksa, he already got hit by the Avalanche. He does have Ghost Scepter, and he'll snowball back on the neutrals. Meanwhile, a jump forward from 33. 33 put himself on the high ground there to get a tombstone out. What is that play? He blinked himself forward in that situation.
There's no way he intended to do that. He was probably looking for the max range blink in.
Yeah.
Not favorable. No ceaseless dirge to bail you out of that.
And that's looking like free Roshan for Falcons.
I mean, does high ground tombstone even matter that much at this point?
I don't think so.
They just kind of are plowing through this. Does have buyback available on this Undying. If you're going to pop it here, you got to do it now. Look for the fight. Oh, reinforcing the issue.
They just gonna get picked off like this, refresher into double chains. And now that Roshan is fully in control of Falcons.
That's gonna go their way. See what they give the Aegis to here. And probably Skeeter if you're going high ground. Yeah, he's gonna claim it. That's a refresher shard plus a cheese, triple arrow out as well. That talent is incredibly obnoxious in these late game fights.
Oh yeah.
It's a refresher shard for crit since, I mean, it's either him or the bristle. But Amar content with the cheese right now. Says double lasso, double BKB for the bat. Sounds pretty powerful here.
I'm a little bit surprised Amar's gonna go the Ag Synth. Just seems like swinging on him is more effective for most of these fights.
Might just want to keep all of his slots available too.
Yeah.
Like the move speed from boots is significant on this hero.
I wonder, I think the other option is taking away those treads and getting bots too, right? Buyback and play for the end game.
You have to think about buybacks in these base pushes. You have to think about the displacement spells that both teams have. You get kicked or lassoed into a rough position, that fight could just be over. There's the refresher for the Quap. That's the biggest one here for Tundra. Double Sonic Wave, double BKB Shivas for BZM is huge. Since he does not have buyback available, you need to make your first life count.
2 lanes for Falcons. Still a tier 2 up bottom lane.
This is a ridiculous comeback. After they got absolutely bodied in that laning phase. They have swung this game from down 20k to up almost 20k.
Two minutes to 60-minute items, tier 5s. Another factor in this game. I kind of feel like those tier 5s are more likely to benefit Falcons. Right-click damage for like the Ember and the Tiny goes a long ways.
Yeah, Stygian on somebody here would be pretty nasty.
Yeah. Whereas Tundra, like, what are they going to get that you feel really good about?
Book of the Dead? Like, put some Invis scouting up there?
I mean, imagine Giants Ring was still around for this Undying.
Yeah, you can get Helm of the Undying now. You can be even more Undying. Those are the ones I'd probably point to. Like, Helm of Undying plus Book of the Dead for Tundra could have a large impact, because Book can go a long way here just in terms of map control and playing against the Moonlight Shadow and the warding game versus the Bat Rider. Honestly, super valuable. But if you're Falcons, the big damage ones are looking better, right? Like Divine Regalia, the Stygian Desolator, maybe even Spider Legs on somebody could be pretty impactful for this melee tricore.
I could see the Helm of Dying being effective for Tundra because Falcons, I mean, their greatest strength in these fights is their initiation, right?
It's the burst.
They get the lasso into bursting into a numbers advantage.
Yeah, it's this tiny swinging on you. Have to have a way to deal with it. That said, we are going to enter a game where we'll have 10 buybacks available as soon as this Queen of Pain's buyback comes up in 10 seconds plus 900 gold.
Okay.
So everything has reset here. If you're Tundra, you threw this game a lot, but
it's not over yet.
Yeah, it's not over because this net worth lead is not nearly as large as it was 20 minutes ago. in terms of its raw impact.
But the pressure is on, and Skeeter, he's pushing it right now.
Got to use this Aegis. 1 minute left. Got to think about the kick, though. That's the big spell you're worried about in this high ground push.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that they're willing to risk a kick way out of position. Somebody breaks through that Lincoln's, you know what's coming.
Such a tough high ground siege for both teams in this game. Would rather just duke it out.
Yeah, I mean, Tundra, they didn't even try the high ground.
They never got there.
And Falcons, they always had the numbers advantage when they did.
10 buybacks available.
Right,
Past the 60-minute mark.
Moonlight Shadow, they're going to search for Tundra heroes that are farming for tier 5s.
Oh, yeah.
Search the right-hand side, don't find anything. The Sonic Wave clearing out the creep waves, pushing in. Skeeter, he's going to make another go of it. This tier 3's dropping soon. It's out, another Tombstone, another block in for the Shards, another Force Staff to defeat it. BZM jumps after them, though. With Skeeter being low and 18 seconds left on the Aegis, BZM really wants to take this. He's going after the Sonic Wave onto crit, hits him with another dagger, has another BKB, but
can't finish him.
He blinks out.
Meanwhile, Maureen taking your base.
Yeah, he really did.
Book of the Dead on the Ember. He just took your 5th racks. You're close to being mega here. And Tundra got to find a way to get neutral items. This is a big problem for them.
Oh, what do you get here?
Gets
These don't look great for the Queen of Pain. Book the Dead,
you have to
Desolator,
take the book.
has to take the book.
The book is too valuable in this game for Tundra. Just to be able to scout with it, get the vision, play versus the Moonlight Shadow, get some D-wards. It's way too good in these late games. Plus, you're defending a last racks here. The lane shove is invaluable.
It's a book for Maureen as well, as he will continue these pushing shenanigans.
Helm of Undying on the Tiny. Okay. Did get Titanic. Probably the best enchantment for the Tiny.
You get a Regalia? A carry player takes the Regalia here.
Yeah. Pretty tempting. Fallen Sky action for 33.
Yeah, that'll help him get on top of these heroes a bit better with the Flesh Golem. Helm of Undying for the Bat Rider.
Double Helm of Undying for Falcons. That is pretty toxic here.
Yeah, you're guaranteed a lasso somewhere in all this. Minotaur Horn.
I thought King was going to take the Stygian there for a second.
He also took Feverish, 15% cooldown reduction, so more arrows, more Moonlight Shadows.
Oh, that's so good on this hero.
Yeah. Titanic for the Tiny, so base attack on the Tiny. Pretty insane.
Yeah, they got good enchantments here. There's the Spider Legs for the Bristle.
Oh, he's fast. Spider Legs fleet-footed.
This is the Bristle of nightmares. He is just going to... This is like that Baboka A. He's just going to come out from the trees.
You paint him blue. It looks like Sonic. Different hedgehog.
He's coming.
BZM gets lassoed.
You get the BKB.
The bots too are coming in, but it's going to be a refresh and another lasso. He gets a heal off for the Soul Rip, but they're so close. Got a Tombstone once again. The Saints are out, but he popped back out. Will he live? BZM a bit of HP. Throws out the Sonic Wave, clean whiff. Maureen hot on his tails, refresh, and he goes after him. BZM will not escape the grasp of Maureen. He just refuses to let this Quap go unpunished. A big arrow out onto 33, who's fighting alone for now. Zoxa, 10k HP, and Skeeter, he's losing it. He gets kicked away, so does Zoxa. Snowball onto him, Lotus isn't there, but 33, he's dropping fast. That he may have HP, but the damage, oh, he finally goes down. The damage was building up. He's taken so much from him. Now the Bristleback, he's doomed up, but he's cleared through everybody. The physical damage is overwhelming. Maureen, he gets away. The Helmet of Dying. Last moments here for Skeeter to try and stop BZM from collecting more kills. He got so many kills during this Helm of Undying. He's alive forever.
He got double helmed, right? The duration was so long. This Tiny was dead, and he still just won the fight from the grave.
Who even won that? I think Falcons by a... Oh, yeah, Falcons by a mile.
They got 4. They got the Queen of Pain buyback, and it cost them Refresher Shard Cheese. That's absolutely a one-team fight there. Incredibly chaotic exchange. Ultimately, Falcons come up on top. They get to hold on to all their buybacks, and they get a Divine Rapier on Maureen, who is going to do some serious work with it here. They are just grinding Tundra out of this game right now. absolutely outscaling them here.
And even a single pickoff at this point, a lasso, an arrow. Could be the end for Tundra. 30 seconds left. They can hit the high ground, take megas. I think Tundra will just leave it to them.
They glyphed that.
At this point, feels like, 33. Really thought he was going to go in there for a second. Whitemon was laying over on the high ground over here. Tombstone bails him out of the danger that Amar represents. Amar gets himself stuck in the trees, and the zombies see him too. There's a force staff to free him, no problem.
You don't want to sit there giving away decay stacks.
No, certainly not.
Tundra on the hunt. Does leave the racks exposed.
Oh, double meteor hammer! Is it enough though? Snaking now freed from it. Minotaur horn, leap away. Moonlight shadow activated. A bot's onto the zombie.
They can't
33
catch him.
chasing him. Sonic wave. No, Snaking's out of here.
Too elusive. Maureen gets away on the other side. Or does he? Got punched?
He gets punched. He gets stopped.
Divine.
Oh no!
He's out of remnants.
He's out of remnants. He's out of refresher. There's no. Falcons have to come back to bail him out. They got a doom on him. Can they do the damage? Force staff over the shards. That's big. BZM. He has to activate his own BKB. Fighting around the tombstone. Kicking away from the tombstone here. Tundra are not able to get him. He's not going to die to the doom.
He survives. Not enough decay stacks. Not enough doom tick duration. Completely out of position. Gets bailed out at the last second. The lack of lockdown killing Tundra in this late game.
And in part because he got the Lotus out before Chrysalis hit him with the Doom, so he's doomed himself. He can't keep chasing.
We do have triple book on the side of Tundra, however. I said this was the best item they could get. They got 3 of them. That is huge here, because even if you get the megas, these books let you play against it.
Yeah.
They're going to wait for buybacks. 4.5 minutes here. Especially for that Queen of Pain one.
Well, Falcons are free to take as many Roshans and Tormentors as they like, I guess.
Finally, we get a Hex in this Tundra lineup. This is the item they have needed for so long. It will arrive on 33. Eats an Ags, delivers a Hex. But we'll say goodbye to Roshan. Not a lot of item slots to work with here. Probably Aegis to Skeeter again. No, give it to Amar. Put him on the front line.
Oh, what a quick reaction! Snaking just with the instant Minotaur horn. And 33 may pop his BKB, but it doesn't stop the lasso, it doesn't stop the physical damage. Raining in, Amar just pummeling heroes.
What can BZM do here?
He's surrounded. He makes a blink away during his BKB, but it puts Soxa in a terrible position.
Books are going in.
Got off the Ghost Scepter, but hit by an arrow. He's going to die here. Look at Maureen. He's not going to let Tundra get away. He does not want to let them reset. Flame Break pushing Chrysalis back in. And Amar, he's after him, pops his axe, and there he goes. Wearing through the Doom yet again. BZM doing what he can. He simply can't do enough damage. They're going after Skeeter. The Doom supports. BZM are refreshing the Sonic Wave, and they get him. But the helmet dying. They got to be careful. Resetting a little bit. Meanwhile, the Doom out onto the Snaking Murata. He's in trouble. Maureen bouncing around. Chrysalis and another attempted Doom. Did he get it off? He goes down due to the scythe, the lasso out, but he's protected by the tombstone. Now on the Aegis, another life with the buybacks coming in. Tundra got to get out of here.
They got megas on the backside by the book. This is an all-in fight for Tundra. You committed all your buybacks. You lost your last rack.
They just got to play up against megas. They got to go back to the base. They can't win this fight.
What did you get out of it, though? You got a tiny buyback and a Marana buyback, and that's it for megas?
Did they get the Divine? They got the Divine.
That's pretty big. Yeah, that is significant here. Maureen, he can just buy another one, and he will just buy another one. The man is that rich. This is a win condition opening for Falcons, though. That's the biggest deal here. You got the megas, you're going to have the map control, and more importantly, you have the buyback advantage. You're worried about the tiny going down right now, but if you win a fight, this game's just over. I'm gonna be honest, I feel once these fights break out and we are in the middle of them, there's no way anybody knows what the hell is going on.
It's all individual plays.
There's no way there's any comms that helps you out of who to focus or whatever. It's just pure gut instinct, like, I'm gonna throw my spells and hope we win the fight. Maybe, I think the call is, I lassoed this guy, I kicked this guy, and then it's just a mosh pit of death. It is so hard to tell who's actually winning these exchanges in the middle of everything. So much HP being swung around from this Undying. You have these Divine Rapiers going out. I feel like half the time I'm watching Crystallis cast Doom 10 times just trying to land it on a target.
Yeah, seriously, with this Ember Spirit hopping around non-stop. I see him pump faking the Doom over and over again.
They're just sending waves of these Necro Books in. You have to be worried about popping yourself off the reflect damage from all these.
Smoke breaks onto Amar, and Amar, he's got the cheese. Not in his inventory for now.
Every time you make a play like this as Tundra, though, you got to look towards the base.
Yep.
You cannot get thrown in this game. Glyph is the most important thing you own right now.
Yeah, that and the buybacks, which they have none of them.
And I guess this is where Ceaseless Dirge becomes your best friend. I mean,
That's true, that's true.
33 technically has buyback, even though he doesn't have it.
They're going to have buyback soon on BZM, so there's the other person who can play for the extra life. Meanwhile, Falcons have 3 of them.
Keep that magical Divine Rapier in mind for him as well.
BZM just blinks forward so boldly with that Divine Rapier too. Malrine getting a little information. Attempted lasso. BZM, he gets the blink off.
Tanag's lasso. Gotta watch out for it.
It's also, he's got an Aeon disc in his backpack.
Yeah,
Which is an interesting note. I don't know how to keep track of that.
the first fight he had it, he went in, Sonic waved some Necro Books, and insta-popped his own Aeon. So it's like,
No.
okay, well that was
Okay.
pretty useless. It's pretty hard to get value out of this Aeon disc with the amount of random damage going out in the fights. Your best hope is you're using it to counteract when you get lassoed or something.
Yep.
But to swap it in to play for that is incredibly difficult. You're probably just popping BKB refreshed. After the second BKB goes out, you slot in the Aeon. It's a free item at that point.
Scotty next for Amar. How did he even settle on that one? I guess he doesn't want to let any heroes escape his grasp. I'm surprised it's not Abyssal Blade.
He's currently sitting on Moonshard, and he ate a block of cheese, by the way. He currently has the Savory Shield running. About as slotted as you're going to get. I know they don't have the tiny buyback, and I know they don't have Aegis, but I am surprised that Falcons didn't at least hunt a little bit more when you had no buybacks on the side of Tundra.
Yeah.
It's one of these moments when you look back on this game, you'll go, what if we had tried once or twice more to find a pickoff with Moonlight Shadow plus Lasso, maybe even in Tundra's base, and abuse buybacks into the bots' twos.
The Scotty is coming. But this high ground position, they spot crit and they go for him. Punch him up in the air. The Sonic Wave is going to miss. They got to force Staff away, and he got off the lasso with the Aghanim Scepter, locking down 2 cores. Another Sonic Wave. BZM, this time he aims it. This time he hits the crit Bat Rider, and he does fall. But it costs him a lot. And Tundra, they may not have enough in the tank to take the rest of the team fight. BZM, he's locked out by these chains, and he gets caught. Malrine blows him up, and look at the damage from Amar.
He's hitting for 1,000. Absolutely out of control. You cannot get anywhere near this Bristleback right now. An arrow hits the Undying, 2-shotted by that Bristleback. Where did that Divine Rapier end up? Did it go back Falcon's way? No, Crystallis picked it up.
Okay.
A little recovery there, but
it doesn't inspire me with a ton of hope, I'll be honest, Avery. I don't know how much damage Crystallis is really doing in these fights.
I don't think he's doing anything. I mean, he doomed the Bat Rider and just bailed. Maybe Divine gives you a bit more answers here. Able to find a bit more impact.
A switch up of items. We have the second round of tier 5s. A Stygian Desolator now for the Ember Spirit. Both Amar and Skeeter can change their items as well.
This Stygian is the biggest one here. Like, you finally got it on this Ember. He's going to put it in onto everybody. Use this Divine Rapier. Insane amount of physical damage coming out from this Ember plus the Bristleback. Yeah, it's just getting to be overwhelming.
Combine that with this spell, and it's just like, it's all physical damage, it's all spell damage.
We still should remember, like, that fight went bad for Tundra because they did not manage to land Sonic Wave on the bat. They didn't all in him, and that double lasso went out.
But the double lasso goes out no matter what because of the Helm of Undying. Even they kill him, right?
That's another big problem. You do have some Lincoln Spheres and stuff to play with, but this Bat Rider's an issue. They're trying to prioritize him.
By the way, I do, you know, it's Crystal Maiden. Sometimes her impact goes unnoticed. But Whitemon does have a lot of farm. Level 29 for him. He also has BKB. So maybe these freezing fields are impactful. I don't know if that's actually going to be the case, but that's what Whitemod's hoping anyway.
Your best bet is you get a Blink BKB ult in kind of later on in the fight. For maximum impact, maybe you can get in there and provide some extra burst damage with the 560 damage Nova. It's not going to feel as good as what these Falcon supports are doing, though. Like, they are just outskilling you spell-wise. I mean, Ag's BKB Lasso in the late game is insane, and this Octarine arrow. You have 10-second triple arrow off the Feverish plus the Octarine.
Yeah, there is
so much to deal with. Like, somebody is getting 5-second arrow to these fights. There's just no way around it.
The impact between the fives, there's just no way Whitemod, as good as he is, can do the same as a Mirana.
Smoke up from Falcons, looking down mid lane. Their tiny buyback is coming back online in 20 seconds here. So they're going to be a little more aggressive. Roche can spawn.
Chrysalis, is he going to get caught up here? It's the same high ground ward they tried to jump on before.
I mean, the thing is, if you are Tundra, you really have to keep an eye on your throne. There is a very high chance that some fight breaks out, the Bristle or the Tiny goes to your base, and just all's in it.
Yeah, I mean, even the Ember Spirit with the Stygian Desolator and a Divine Rapier BZM. He blinked forward.
He does have the Aeon in.
He has the Aeon. He has baited that out a little bit. He's blinked away, but 33 also got punched out of position by the Flame Break. Aim down into the low ground. Maureen keeps the rest of the heroes back, and the BKB wears thin, and 33, all the HP, but none of the armor.
Cannot survive the physical damage here. Just doesn't matter if you have 10k or 20k HP. It's going to be, what, 4 hits compared to 6?
No Ceaseless Dirge this time around. But Falcons, they may just wait for Roshan.
Yeah, they back up. They want an Aegis here to end this game.
And Tundra praying that it's going to be a long one. In the E-Blade, the single target physical damage that's coming out from Falcons is a big problem. Maybe this E-Blade is a salve to this situation. It's not a cure. It doesn't fix it, but...
I just don't know how you get through these heroes twice in this game, and that's what it's going to take to win it here if you're Tundra. You don't have the same sustained damage that Falcons have at this point.
Lasso opening.
No
Aeon this time around. Oh, he does have it. You're right.
He refreshed for it.
Refresh Aeon Disc to stay alive. But once again, Falcons are wearing you down. It's hero kills, it's item usage, it's spell usage. Bit by bit, they're getting more and more of an advantage. And Roshan is going to be the next step.
40k gold lead built up here. Not enough to end this game. And you can't blame them. I mean, Tundra holding on tooth and nail here. They do have some buybacks to play with still.
I don't know if you noted it, but the Helmet of Dying switch up for BZM.
Yep.
No more tome.
Went for the more survivability here.
Yeah.
Especially when in this period he doesn't have buyback, doesn't have Aeon, doesn't have refresher right now. He's living life on the edge. This Queen goes down, that's just game. Like, he is the linchpin here for Tundra.
They smoke push out. And Amar, he's going to get jumped on. Kicked out of the position and into the duel. But look at the damage that comes out from those slimes. Oh, Lord. That was so much. 2 die in an instant. Now they are going to boss 2 into this one. Another Doom that was put onto Amar. Amar, he's almost killing him, but he's going to survive. They cannot kill this man. The Bristleback is too much. An arrow onto 33. Toss up in the air. Before he hits the ground, he's already dead.
No buyback available for the Undying. No Ceaseless Dirge for 10 seconds.
Oh, man. It was coming up.
He cannot get the damage in. These chases are brutal for Tundra. Your Tusk lockdown's all you have. And the second those few hits come in from the Tiny plus the Ember, you're just gone. There's nothing you can do.
The 79-minute Roshan kill for Falcons.
They're going to march it down.
Might be the last Roshan kill of the game with a 48,000 net worth lead. They're looking at the end game here.
What
they will finally brave the high ground. Dangerous against this Tusk, though, but if they kill the Tusk right away, it's open for the taking, especially if they get the last one to Crystal at the same time. He's got a refresher lasso. 100 is zeroed. Chrysalis, he's dead, but he still has a buyback. Harpoon almost catching BZM on his way out, but he blinks back to the fountain in time. Tier 4, falling fast. Another one. Not to last long. They've got to jump in. They've got to do something now. Meteor Hammer all you like. What about the throne? What about your Ancient? It's falling fast, as does Chrysalis. A dieback for him. Skater, he's ending it. He's hitting the throne. Maureen's hitting the throne. It's all over. It's a 2-0 for Falcons. They're going